Anyway, so you guys, last we left off, were in a chamber within a cave that you guys could see where dozens of frozen in time bodies of turtles. One you met a ghost of, I believe it's Dunkwo. Was that the name? I think that was his name. He spoke to you a little bit about what had happened, what he could at least remember. And it seems that the ghosts, as they started to emerge in this place, are kind of trapped here due to the effects of whatever is happening at this place. Obu was able to grab a necklace that seems to have some sort of representation on it about her markings on her leg. And that was kind of where we left off, as Silas was able to remove a magical staff from the ice of Donkwo's hand and pull it from the ice. So I guess my question to you guys is there anything... I think you guys were getting ready to move out of the chamber, but I wanted to make sure, I wanted to ask you guys if there was anything that you guys had planned or wanted to do before leaving.
I think I was still invisible because I gave Obu the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're playing tricks.
Well, Kappa got mad because she was robbing the grave of one of your people.
Right.
And then rather than listening, he stole the
Yoink.
necklace. But we said she'd never speak to Kappa again.
Yep, I remember.
Well, good. I'll have an easy time role-playing tonight.
Means the ball's all on the rest
I'm
of you.
mad.
I think our mission is pretty clear.
We gotta steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a map on the back.
Mhm.
We need to end this ice curse storm thing and find an artifact that fell from the sky.
And it's at the bottom of the ocean, underneath us.
Down. I don't know how to go down. But I think that's where we have to go.
Is the ground below us ice?
It is.
I don't think we should go straight down. We should find
Yeah, you play Minecraft. It's never a good idea to mine straight down.
go down, you can't go back up.
Who cares? I got a tap of water breathing.
You can only breath for an hour. It's probably frozen all the way down. Turtles all the way down.
Just peppered with turtles all the way.
All the way down. Yeah.
I'm gonna tap it with my with one of the malls. Does it sound like how solid does this really sound?
It's pretty solid.
Well, we were on.
When he
this
started
is one where
tapping,
they
I started
were
leaving.
living, so the sand.
Like I won't leave all the way, but like I see our friend over here smacking the ice with the hammer. I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is not my place.
Make a perception check for me,
Okay.
please.
There's a map on the table waiting for us. Something is happening.
It's a tavern.
I'm scared.
Because this whole thing has been a dream.
That's not a map. That's a piece of fabric.
Can't even see it.
25.
25. You hear the shuffling of footsteps.
Hey guys, I hear shuffling of footsteps.
Who said that?
Who's it?
I'm gonna throw them all in the general direction.
Okay. You throw them all in the general direction. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I'm assuming disadvantage because I can't see them.
Yeah, and you're throwing them all. I don't think you have I think it'd be more difficult for you to just.
Yeah, I have to have them. Bro.
Okay, and you're good.
Yeah.
I'd like to stop and listen to try to figure out, is it a lot of footsteps? Is it big footsteps?
Okay, you can also make a perception check. Yeah.
The giant footsteps.
That's a
I'm sorry.
14 on the die.
What? No,
Nat 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
wait, hold on. With disadvantage?
No, he said I'm all set for.
Well, if you have Tavern Brawler and. Okay, yeah, you'd be, yeah.
It's an improvised weapon, right?
And as long as you weren't trying to hit him.
You
Were
didn't
you?
have a target. Your target was forward.
My target was wherever the voice came from, so it's going towards him.
Oh, yeah, so if he's invisible, then you would have had disadvantage, yeah.
It's 22.
22? Okay.
Did you roll another 20?
No, not another 20. But
You said you were looking for how many footsteps?
Yeah,
or-
just like, are there a lot of footsteps? Just a
To
single
you,
pair?
it sounds like a
heavy?
single pair, and they seem like they're trying to be quiet, but not very good at it.
That's the guy that we were traveling.
No, he's here. He's standing there
Oh.
with you. Yeah, yeah. Oren has been here the whole time. He's just kind of like being very
watching.
quiet because this is kind of
This
like
is a
your
lot.
thing. Yeah.
15?
15.
15. What was your arm? Which arm?
18.
18. Yeah, the maul just goes slides across the ice.
Running over to go get it.
Okay. So you were throwing it towards the entryway because that's where you heard the voice from. So the maul hit the ground and like slid out more towards where that like crossroads was because you guys remember you guys went and there was like a tunnel to the left.
Okay.
And then it kept on going down. So as you're walking out and you're reaching down to pick up the maul, you hear a voice that you recognize. Oh, and you look up and it's Amryn, the tiefling mage from the Arcanum
Okay.
group. It seems that she's been coming down this tunnel and sees you in the in this kind of opening, picking up the maul. So, oh, I'm so relieved you're safe. I was starting to worry.
You were traveling with us, right? What are you doing here?
I felt a little bit bad about telling Oren I couldn't make it. So as that sort of settled in on me, I decided it probably would be best if I came with. I saw the cart outside. It looked like somebody totally destroyed it and raided it, so I feared the worst had happened.
Insight.
Can I make an insight check on that?
Yep.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, are you making your way? You guys can hear voices out there as he went out because you're kind of like there's the chamber, a little space where the tunnel went out, and then it met the other tunnel. So they're kind of over here.
Am I close enough to view?
You say we're okay.
Am I close enough to view that since he threw it at me? Then
Yeah, you
that's
would
me.
be there.
Okay,
So
I don't
anybody
know
who's
this
present
person,
can
so, yeah.
insight. Would you have come out?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can make an insight if you'd like.
18.
18,
Ooh, that was close. That was almost a 1, but it was a 19.
19, okay,
Plus 8. Math 27.
27,
Nat 20 for
No.
25.
25. Okay.
I did use a different dice. Used the
I mean, she's been pretty much truthful with you the whole time. You
Okay.
have no reason to suspect anything different. You too. You just have this notion that something isn't right. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like she was, from what Oren told you, like everybody said that they had more important things to do, or they were too busy to be able to travel with him. You can't tell if she's necessarily lying or not. But especially with a 27, you have a feeling like she's pretty good at it if she is lying.
You know, Kopix walked over. Oh, come on down. Just throw my arm around her and just start escorting her down.
Okay. She seems a little uncomfortable with this, but is just kind of like, yes,
So, I'm
going
gonna
along
go-
with it.
I'm gonna go on the other side. So like he's doing like this, I'm gonna go on the other side and I'll drop my invisibility. I'll be like, really?
Oh my
Really
goodness!
now?
Where did you come from?
Where did you go, Cotton Eye Joe? Anyways, back to the point.
Ooh, it's going to be one of those nights.
Gah.
And I'm gonna be like, you just
Excuse me, you startled me a bit.
oh, you're excused. So you just felt like you had to come all by yourself. I don't follow.
I was with Oren when we had to leave the cart in the first place. I felt a little bad about it.
That's pretty. Isn't it pretty dangerous? Weren't you like thinking, like it was too dangerous to come all on your own from the first place?
Well, you know, I have I am pretty powerful. I have a means of defending myself
Okay.
if I need to.
From a dragon?
Most likely not, but I have means of escape.
All right. Okay. While
But
I'm trying to,
I must say, this is an amazing discovery. We haven't gotten this close before.
Mhm.
To have these tunnels that lead right into this vortex is amazing.
Really? Because your cart was right outside.
I know we missed it. It's amazing what the sounds of
How-
a dragon will do to your expedition.
How did you find us in here?
I've been a little bit behind, and I finally started catching up. I found the cart. I found some tracks that led right to the entrance to this cave.
I'm gonna speak telepathically to her,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna say, "How dare you speak mistruths in this sacred place?"
Her eyes go towards you. And without like changing expression on her face, you just hear a voice in your mind.
Rude.
And it says, "Oh, little one,
I don't like her.
what reason do I have to lie to you?"
I don't know, but we'll find out.
She just kind of continues to stare at you and then moves back to attention.
I'd like
It's
to,
like in the movie when like Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings, whenever there's like that. What's the
Is it Worm Tongue? Is that who you're thinking of?
No, the female elf that's in the forest.
Galadriel.
Yeah, when she like speaks into the
When he's
minds of
talking
the,
about
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
it too.
yeah. You bring great evil here, you know, and stuff like that.
Can I look back at our tracks to see if they're like super apparent to kind of judge like
It would be hard in here because it's just an icy floor. Like the tracks wouldn't be like extensive in here, but maybe outside where there was snow on top of it, yeah, you would think it's a
in a
lot.
vortex?
It's very difficult to hide your tracks with snow-covered ground, unless you did some kind of
So
wacky thing where you tried to confuse people.
so I'm gonna try to almost get to the point, and I was like, okay, so you know that's incredible to know. It's incredible that you're down here, but what do you what do you think that we should be doing?
Sorry, I had to update my app here.
What do you think that we should be looking around here with your expertise as a mage?
Well, to be honest, and then you see her kind of look up for a second, and then she looks towards the other cave. Do you feel that? And she starts to slowly kind of walk in the direction. You remember how the cave had two ways that you could go? She starts walking towards that opposite way. She's like, do you see that? And you can look ahead, and farther off, like in a reflection on one of the walls, you can see what seems to be like a flickering kind of purple light from down further in the cave.
I'm gonna go with her.
You want to walk with her? Okay. She's walking slow and cautiously, like she's not trying to like just confidently.
Like throw them all down a cave, you know?
yeah.
Copper's gonna follow suit, and it's just
My name's
studying
Degmore.
her.
It's not Sue.
Okay. Okay.
Because I have a feature I'm going to use after a minute of studying her. Because I have a feature called Know Your Enemy.
Okay.
So after observing for a minute, I can learn information about its capabilities compared to my own. Strength, dex, and con scores, current HP, total class levels.
That does seem like
It seems a little OP, doesn't it? So read me the description again. Like, what do you have to be observing? Like, just watching her, or
if you
because that's
spend-
so you just got to be a stalker.
If you spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat,
Outside of combat, okay.
you can learn information about its capabilities compared to your own. Strength, dex, con, armor class, current HP, and total class levels, if any, and fighter class levels, if any.
I think I seen
trying to
this-
figure out your armor class.
Yeah, I think this was on Kirby with Meta Knight, you know?
Yeah.
When I go to the beach this week, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to stare at somebody and say, in a minute, I'll know your armor class.
Be careful who you say.
Oh, yeah? I'll lose my front teeth.
Monk, unarmored!
That's right.
Just curious, what subclass is that?
120 hit
I
points.
believe it comes with Battlemaster. If I remember.
Excellent. Okay, so
That's
yeah,
incredible.
I mean, she's moving slow. You've probably already. So she declared that you're just doing it now. I mean, she's moving down this. Are you guys staying put? Or are you guys going with?
I
What's
will walk to the edge of the chamber, where the entrance of the hallway is, but
not down? Okay.
not down yet.
Okay.
And Obu will be with me, I guess.
Yeah, Obu will hang out with you. She's just kind of just mesmerized by this necklace and the marking that she sees. What about Willow? Anything in particular Willow would do?
I don't trust her. She's lying.
Go.
Are you gonna watch
I
her?
didn't hear anything you guys said.
I don't know. She's lying.
Lying about what?
I don't know yet.
Okay, well, go find out.
I tried to tell her to speak truth, and she knew it was me telepathically.
Okay,
and,
well, if she
and
wants
she
to
called
leave,
me out, and I didn't like it.
if she tries to leave, I'll just push her back down the tunnel. I'll be the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just make sure nothing funny's going on
Okay.
here. Okay.
It's good.
Tell me, Scoot.
Okay.
Tally-ho.
Move along. Okay, so after a minute of studying this individual, Amron, let me go ahead and...
There'll be a quiz before you're allowed out.
Oh, boy. Let me see if this will work. Oh, are you kidding me?
I was going to take hours. You might as well just use it.
Yeah, I don't have to worry.
Let's see if this works. I'm sorry, guys. I have to sign into something to make this work.
I made life difficult for everyone. Sorry.
I mean, not everyone, just, the main guy.
Sorry, I have to put in a code now to get into this.
Kristen gets her multi-factor for work like 8 times a day.
It was the most annoying thing.
Yeah, I'm not a
ever.
big fan of this stuff too, but
It's crazy because when I lost, like my last phone died, they were like, oh, your phone died? Well, we're going to send a code to your phone so you can get in your account. And I was like, my phone died. And they're like, oh, well, you can just use, brand name device to get your code, and that'll be fine instead. I'm like, that's the device.
Yeah.
That was my phone. It broke.
It's broken.
Yeah. And so it had to be me and then like 2 other cyber dudes to like install a eSIM on my phone, on not my phone,
Yeah.
so that I could get a code and gain access to everything. I don't know if that was enough time to stall.
well, it was perfect amount of time to start. It was perfect. Way to
Makes
go.
my brain hurt.
Thank you. So you get strength, dex, and con.
Yep, those are the 3 stat scores.
Okay. Strength, not very strong. 9.
Write that down. Write that down.
A little bit more in the dexterity. 14. Con, 12.
Okay.
You also get armor class.
Yep.
Wizard, not heavily armored. A 12.
Okay.
You also get hit points, I believe.
Yep.
That's just so wrong.
This is meta.
Con,
you
armor class,
are-
HP, and total class levels.
145.
Okay.
So no power word kill. Sorry.
And you said total class
Total class
levels. Total class levels.
So think like if it was because I've multi-classed, my total class levels would be, I think we're 9, right?
So your CR.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So and with like
He's-
monster stat blocks,
he's missing
it
2
does things a
levels.
little differently though. So
I don't know. I have to go back and look now. No, apparently I took 3 levels in Paladin. I just saw 8 fighter and I went, I know I took 1 Paladin.
so I'm not really sure how to answer this because it doesn't really say.
Just make it
But so let me ask this. This may be a little too metagamey, but I'll try it this way. If it's easier, what is the highest level spell, or what's the highest level spell slot they have? If you don't have to answer that, because that might be pushing too far.
like
But-
a 4th edition.
You.
So I'm okay with because you got the ability, so it's is at 6th level.
Okay. So that doesn't give exact the class levels, but that gives me, the player, an idea which I can use for that.
I mean, it gives a CR rating, but a CR rating doesn't really like
It's
give
not.
you.
Yeah, it's not apples to apples.
It's
CR1.
not really like a balance with that. Normally, like if they're a spellcaster, it'll say the mage is a spellcaster of a blah 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 level or something
Cast
like that.
spells at a 7th level.
But the way they're doing it in the new monster blocks is they don't include that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Boo.
So I don't know I don't know the best way to answer that, but I guess that's.
Yeah, that's the
I'll
only
give
one
you
I
that.
could come up with.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you, Jeremy Crawford.
It's- whenever they did I guess it's the Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse or something, and they changed all the monster stats
Oh, that's
because they got legacy stats,
Oh yeah.
which were the old stats, and now they're remodeling the stats. And I think that's one thing that they took out, and I don't know why, because then you got abilities like that won't make sense anymore.
Right.
So, found it.
And then you still have books with it written in too.
Right. But yeah, I'll give you that much.
Okay.
Do with it what you will.
I was just going to sort of keep that in the back of his head.
For no reason at all, Kopek says, your strength is 9.
Yes.
Hold on. Topic
What-
sort of
what
walking
does it
behind
mean?
the person going.
Do I have to be a
She's been
battle
honest.
master
How
to
did
understand
she
this?
get, like, I believe her. She showed up here, but there's something that's just not. Like, she's just walking down this tunnel, squishy as all get out.
It's an
Like,
ambush.
ooh, look, it's light.
She's a liar.
Copy's thinking, she didn't lie,
Hands
but
on fire?
something isn't adding up here.
Gotcha.
So,
So
looking at her and
with
her
you,
strength's not 25, so she's not a dragon.
so
In
with you
this
guys,
form.
Check you.
Oh no.
so those of you that are following down, you can see that the ice tunnel eventually opens up into another chamber, a little bit larger than the one that you guys were already in. It seems that the chamber goes in, and then at the back of the chamber, it looks like it kind of narrows again, and it looks like a tunnel continues on, and it seems like it's continuously sloping down. And it seems like this tunnel actually kind of goes down within the vortex, which is probably why it seemed like she was so excited whenever she initially found you guys, because it seems like this has been, you get the idea, this has been the closest they've been able to come to finding a tunnel that led a little bit deeper in without the threat of the dragon being around. And as you're coming around, you see that purple glow is cascading a little bit brighter as you come around a little bit of a bend, and then it opens up into that chamber, and there is something stuck in the ice in the middle of the room that is emitting this purple glow. It looks as if it's this mass of black stone, but two sides are like completely flat, almost as if like they were polished or crafted in that manner. So it looks like stone that has been worked. But it looks broken at the top, and it looks like the end of it is like sticking down into the floor, into the ice.
Does it look similar to the stone that she had that we looked at?
Make a perception check. Anybody who's walking in the room may do that if you want to. If you have that in your
Okay.
I forgot. 18.
18.
I beat you in perception. 21.
21.
11.
11. The light's a little bright to you. Kopek and Willow, it does look like that little piece that they showed you. But this one, that piece they showed you didn't have any kind of glow to it. And this one is way bigger. Like, it's bigger than you.
Wow.
What's that supposed to mean?
Okay.
What'd you say? Wow. That's bigger than you. Wow.
And Amryn stops,
Wow.
and she is just staring at the center of the room right now in amazement.
Copy's going to go put himself in between her, like not directly in her line of sight blocking it,
Yeah.
but a couple of feet in front of her, close enough that if she goes to bolt for it, he can grab her and stop her.
Okay. Yeah, you just like step forward a little bit. And she just calls out, Orin, come here quickly. Orin, fast. And Orin, who'd probably been like
Yeah, we're all together.
kind of hanging out with you guys in the back there, kind of shifts ahead. Yes. What is it?
Hip, hip.
We.
Go on, Orin.
He rushes up ahead, and when he rushes in and sees it, like he skids across the ice a little bit to a stop, and his eyes are wide, and his jaw drops, and he's just in amazement for just a moment. And then you can see that amazement just start to turn to like pure joy as he like walks up kind of slowly to Amryn and kind of reaches up because she's taller than him, puts his hand on her shoulders. It's what we've been searching for.
Geologist.
It's the beginning of Jurassic Park where they're trying to cover the dinosaur bones with the helicopter coming in. No, but they look like they're just taking a moment just to, like they're just amazed.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys... And you rushed down as well?
I walked.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you did.
Yeah. I got a vision when I touched it, the piece, right?
You did,
Yeah.
yeah. If that was months ago, but if I remember right, you did.
It was 2023.
Obu would have run down. Obu would have run down.
Okay, Obi probably. I did walk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my glove off and be like, "Hey, what's so special about a rock?" And I'll touch it.
Oh, you gonna walk up to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna touch it.
Okay. You're strolling up to it. Confidently. And as you do, all of a sudden, beneath the floor, ice shards just shatter as something bursts out from the ice. And what I'm going to need you all to do is roll initiative for me, please.
I'm keeping you today.
It's ready.
We can say that about one of our
Are we
dice.
Hey,
Oh yeah, here Kristen's dice is up pretty.
Is it working?
Oh.
And it was a nat 20 my first roll.
No, it's going crazy. Oh, look at that.
That would be a 22.
You're so fast.
Hey,
Yeah, if you
Robert,
wanna-
can you control the... Will you
Yes.
Will you control that for us?
That needs
Yes.
to be
Excellent.
20 down.
So, Willow, let's boss.
I am.
One down. No, I
Jeez
don't know.
Louise.
But is it charging?
No.
It's not.
You know.
It's supposed to
change our
pulse
music.
red.
Sentinel
A little
and
bit more battle ready.
So, Willow, we got a box now.
Silas goes last.
22 and 22.
No, you can have it.
so hey.
You can take it.
Just question, if you don't mind. Is the creature entering? Is the thing entering my reach? Like, are they within 10 feet? Because
It
I
would
have
be-
Pole Master. So
Okay,
as a reaction,
but-
I could be like, bonk.
But I don't think you get reactions if you are surprised.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like I'm gonna do the surprise round the real way, and have you guys roll initiative first. And on the first round, anybody who's surprised doesn't get to respond. Like you don't get to go. Does anybody have anything that would like make it to where you wouldn't be surprised? I know this is the alert feat. That
Pretty
means
Nothing much.
Probably got some.
mechanically, is there anything that would stop you from being surprised?
So 20 to 25,
22.
22,
22.
2.
You can go first.
No, I got a 2, so I go last. You can just go ahead and
I also got a 2, except for I have a +2.
Oh, I have minus 1.
So Silas, Willow, your creatures. Have you rolled for?
I have.
Okay. Did they roll higher than a 5?
Yes.
Okay, so that makes it easy for us.
I do have to roll one more thing though.
As long as they roll higher than a 5, they're in the middle.
Yes.
All right. So
Actually, this is crazy. They both rolled the same. So.
So which I have minions, boss, another minions, mini boss.
Okay, we just need the boss and minions on 6.
Yeah, just enough.
Oh, you
Because I had a 5.
That's what was throwing me.
Yeah.
You got Silas and Topic backwards. I was like, why is Willow up top and I'm down bottom?
Oh, Obu.
You have
Oh, yeah.
I don't have
Come on.
a quick way to get to her character sheet. if I can go on the D&D Beyond.
You should be able to look at the campaign as the campaign.
Are we in, what campaign is Dirty 20 in? Are we?
I
in
want
one?
to say 1.
Two.
That,
I have an.
I don't know because I'm in 1 because of
Right. We
Storm
might be,
Kings.
let me-
2. We're in 2.
I have her level 7 character sheet.
Okay, so we need to.
I can post it. I've got it right
Yeah.
No, here it is. I can view it.
Okay, good.
I just won't be able
You need
see
to
it
you need
very
to make
well.
her a battle master. So just
Okay.
head 4 levels later.
Kristen, do you want to roll initiative for her? It's +2.
You just use your character sheet.
22.
22.
So we have 3 22s.
yep.
Do we want Obu to go first then?
Well, we can just when we get to the 22, you guys can decide. I'll let you guys decide who
I
goes
just figure
first,
all up.
since you guys are there. So let's reveal the map.
No,
Okay, someone help.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't like it.
That looks like a chest burster.
Well, that's what is burst, and honestly, you're up there almost by the rock.
Because I'm trying to poke it.
You can put it right there, and then you can slide it. It's basically it just burst out like right next to you. So wherever it would be, it'd be in your melee range.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
We're gonna call him Salad Dad.
Oh, and here is the token for Emran. And I will have to put them on the,
Put it on the other
initiative
side.
order
No,
as well.
flip
And
those.
this is Oren's token. And we've got to add them to the initiative as well. I forgot.
This guy looks like he's a member of the Lollipop Guild.
Emran's got a 16. And Oren is a 9.
Do we have an Obu?
We do have an Obu. Right here. Here's Obu.
It's
Break
weird,
it like I
right?
did Silas's mini, but I did glue it, so it should be good.
And this is Amron.
All right, I'm
Here a
gonna
little
try to
bit.
get us on a battle map here if I can.
So-
Up a little ways.
Because you flipped yours over to do yours, everyone else did this.
It's
So
okay if you
I'm going to
put
go
it-
put you upside down.
Yeah,
No, so that's
well, one
Well,
of
good,
you
'cause that's the
move
option.
the camera to where we can see where the combat is going. It's just kind of pointing to the corner there. There we go. Perfect. As they come in, this creature bursts out of the ice, and it seems like gets the upper hand on everybody. So it is going to lash out at you.
I'm taking that personally. From the creature, not you.
It's going to use its constrict ability first
I'm already
to try to wrap you up
I'm
with its
already-
tail.
This is rude. I'm already short.
That's a 25 to hit.
Well, I guess it hits because
You are going to suffer 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to enjoy it. Let's not. What do you mean suffer?
Plus, because
Brother.
its tail has a bunch of like jagged like points on it, you also suffer 17 points of slashing damage, and you are currently grappled by the target.
Rude.
Oh wait, hold on a second. The target is grappled. If it isn't already constricting a creature, target is restrained until the grapple ends. So you're grappled and restrained.
Lovely.
Salad Dad.
I don't like that.
Cass,
Matthew, you want to find a restrained ring and you can put it on there for me? All right, and he also gets to do a claw and bite attack against you. And because you are restrained, it has advantage.
anyway, so my next character, right?
It's gonna be that much.
Yeah.
A 29 to hit on the
Just
bite.
for you, it hits.
22 points of piercing damage.
Ouchie.
And
Look, I was joking what I just said.
oh, one with its bite and one to constrict. So it can only bite; it doesn't claw you. Okay. So, and because it bit you as well, you also take 5 points of cold damage.
That's just cold.
And that ends its turn. What you also notice, as the ice kind of breaks apart on the ground and starts to like slide in different areas, these big clumps of ice from where it broke free from underneath. And I did not get these miniatures ready, but I know I have them somewhere. They might be up there on top of that. I'm looking for, it looks like a little dust method. Are they up there on the top there with that dragon?
These little orange guys.
Yes, those guys. No, are they? Yeah, is it they little guys that look like they're floating with wings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Grab all of those.
Oh, I mean, there's only one.
There shouldn't be one. Actually,
Unless you mean that big thing with wings.
No, thank you.
we'll save him for later.
No.
And they basically, what happens is all those ice clumps, all of a sudden you see like eyes sprout on them. And then this weird like blue magical like turquoise glow starts to resonate and wings bust out and little shards of ice go flying and they start hovering like all around the creature. And they start making these like just terrible sounds like like flapping around.
Megmore's just gonna say, I should have drowned with this ship.
Very nice. That ends their turn. And brings us to the top of the initiative order,
So
which would be
grappled
between
and restrained.
grappled, restrained. Obu, Kopic, Willow. You guys can decide who goes first.
Any ideas?
Why don't you do one of your very first and then so you got break and
Oh, are you gonna run Obu for us?
I was not planning on
you
it.
have all of Obu's spells.
But she doesn't know what Obu has prepared.
That's true.
Michael does.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not much.
I did have some.
She probably doesn't.
I don't mind going first. I have an idea.
Okay.
I have 50 feet of movement. Well, if I do this, I'm going to use wild shape and turn into a fire elemental.
Ooh. A
Really
fire
make things
elemental.
Interesting.
I don't think I have a fire elemental mini, but we can use like a different elemental.
It takes the shape.
You always have the tomato wizard.
That would put you right there.
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind.
I don't see one in your case.
Nothing you,
Here, I got a water elemental.
That'll do.
We'll use a water elemental until I can get a fire one.
There's a fire dragon. I mean,
I think fire is the only one I don't have because I think I've got all the other
Your arms
elementals.
are longer than mine.
I'll put you right there.
So like Phoenix from the X-Men when Jean Grey just like erupts into fire, Willow erupts into a fire elemental.
That's my preferred. Yeah, I can't do anything until I can touch it.
No ranged attack.
Yeah, you're Circle of the
Only
Moon,
touch.
right?
I am.
Okay. Oh, you can still move, can't you?
she did.
I use 50 feet of
Oh,
movement.
you use your movement. Okay.
Yeah.
That was
You
50.
can see the ice is melting a bit under your feet as you're moving around.
Okay. I just have to move carefully. It's fine. It's fine.
Steam rising everywhere. That's right. Okay.
Okay.
Kopic, do you want to go ahead and go?
Sure, why not? So we're gonna see if we can help out
Do those.
little man here. We've got. What's my movement? Okay, so I can go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get some range.
How you doing? Not too well these days.
So as Kopic starts getting closer, I'm going to use my bonus action to enact Vow of Enmity on this creature,
Okay.
which will give me advantage on all of my attacks against it for the
Okay.
next minute or until one of us drops to 0.
I'm so sorry. Just knocked the whole microphone down.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, for 1 minute or until it falls to 0. So it doesn't end if I fall to 0.
That's weird.
Extremely. Hey, I'm okay with that. Because now I'm going to pull out my halberd and try to hack the daylights out of this thing.
Okay. Going after the big guy who's got your friend
Going
grappled.
after the big guy because
All right.
he's got a leg more all wrapped up.
Yeah.
It looks like looking at someone's diary and you look at
I
the
know,
character sheet.
it's
You're
like,
just like,
oh.
oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
like-
if I should be in here.
I forgot I
Can
have
I-
resistance to poison damage.
Mechanically, can I use a disarm attack to try to get this thing to drop him?
I will say for this, no, because it's kind of just like wrapped up in his tail.
Okay.
His arms are technically just free.
Okay,
So-
we're gonna try. Okay, so we're gonna go. First attack is a. Okay, so that is a. There we go. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay. 10. Our folks should have been ready. 4. Yeah. Okay, so that is 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Second attack is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
It's the exact same. You're going away. Another 8 slashing
8
damage.
slashing, okay. Each time that you slice into this creature, just being close to it, it's incredibly cold. And as you touch it, you take 5 points for each hit. So it's 10 points of cold damage against you.
Okay. I am resistant too.
So you'll take 5.
Yep. Okay. That'll end my turn.
Okay. Did you guys get Obu's character sheet?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were
I was
saying-
looking through it, but I'm not able to like see it too well.
Yeah, we got it up.
We were saying it feels like looking in someone's diary.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
personal.
It's very personal. The character sheet is someone else. Yeah.
All right, can we move her? There you go.
Either got 30 or
Yes,
35.
35.
35.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
And she's gonna cast Moonbeam. She's gonna cast Moonbeam.
Voice for radio.
Yeah, no, exactly. Moonbeam.
Efficiency bonus radio.
And I think if you cast it directly on the creature,
Yes.
it has to make a save at the start of its turn, I believe.
On 17.
Con at the start of its turn.
So
Okay.
should we knock out the little ones first, or just go straight for
I don't know, straight for the big guy, man. That sounds pretty good right now.
Beg more. Please help me.
the big So we're gonna.
Okay. Moonbeam glows in on top of the creature, completely shrouded in the bright light of the cylinder of the moon. Oh yeah, it'll look cool. Yeah.
Creature
This is literally just like the Spirits Within Final Fantasy movie. There's just this massive beam go
Yeah. Yeah.
right through melt all its way down, right through the creature, right down into the bottom of the ocean.
How dare you reference the Spirits Within? Nobody has seen that movie. They bought a farm.
We'll wait on the damage roll for that
Yeah, for
until
its
the start of
turn.
the turn. But is that all Ubu's going to do? Is get that moonbeam cast on there?
Like they lost so much money, and so that's why they used all their CGs after Final Fantasy VII onwards was so good.
Yeah.
Because they had that
Showing
render
everything.
farm.
Take note that moonbeam happens there. So Willow, Copper, Obu went. It's Amrin's turn. Amrin is looking towards the creature as well, and she's going to move to that. There's that stone that's like, or that big chunk of. It's a big chunk of ice. That's what we're gonna call it.
30 feet of movement, I'm assuming. No, 30 feet, I'm assuming.
30 feet. Yeah,
You
and
can
then
get right
she.
near it.
Yeah, she's going to kind of duck behind that, and she is going to... Actually, what you see her do is she reaches out, and these 3 blasts of magical energy just, like, come just flying out from the palm of her hand, and they go towards the creature.
My notes are better though.
She's got like a full page of notes.
Comprehensive.
I'm like, Cameron followed line, Blackrock, monsters.
That's how
Oh,
my
we
that's
know.
that's how my notes work too. Okay, so
last
the
session.
first and third of these rays strike true. The middle one kind of just goes over its shoulder as it seems to be trying to dodge out of the way from these attacks. It seems like that these attacks are impacting the creature. It squeals a little bit, and then it just kind of regains its composure, and she stays right there. Orin is going to. Orin is going to look towards the creature and hold out his hand, and all of a sudden he's going to move closer as well. more probably towards where Amryn is as well. Here's his stat block. I got to figure out a better way of doing this instead of embedding these stat blocks with links. He is going to... Just going to shoot a firebolt towards the creature. And strikes. True.
Thank you.
Saw those nuggets raised.
My pleasure.
Everyone can... What's everybody's passive perceptions?
19.
My favorite.
15.
15?
Lower than theirs, probably. 14.
14?
Ogu has 19.
19? In seeing... all of you succeed on this, but in seeing the fire hit this creature and its response to it, it seems like it doesn't like fire very much.
You don't say, the giant ice monster.
And Orin kind of just looks over at Amryn and smiles and says, "It seems like I've got the ticket." And he continues to hide behind the big clump of ice there.
I wanted to go first.
Now the creature gets to go again. And it's already has your friend in his grasp. He is the creature. It will just attempt to bite you. Actually, you know what? No, it's not going to do that. It actually lets... Not yet. It looks towards everyone in front of it. We may need to use this, but I need a 30-foot cone.
Oh, just the thing.
You have a 30-foot cone? And it's going to try to get as many of you guys that are threatening it as it possibly can.
30
Great.
foot.
It doesn't matter if those little creatures get caught up in this because they will be immune to this attack.
So 30 foot, it can pretty much hit two of us, either Bigmore and the fire elemental, or if it looks more over this way, Bigmore and me.
Okay.
Well, assuming it would have to
it
go.
can't get all the way back there to those three people in the back.
Also,
Not
Ogu
at
and
30 feet.
Oh,
also
30 feet.
assuming I'm still in front of it if I'm wrapped up in its tail.
You're wrapped up in its tail, so you're safe. Is there a way I can get both you, Kopic, and the fire elemental?
I'm assuming the 30 foot is the red part, right?
30-foot cone right there.
Okay.
So
Oh
anything
yeah, so it
between-
is the red.
Yeah, it is the
it's-
red.
Yeah, it's up. Yeah, that blue line.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if we go over at where Kopic is,
We'll
it
miss.
has to be. Yeah, you'd have to come over here to hit Kopic. It looks like.
Okay, it's going to go ahead and aim towards the fire elemental then.
Fair enough.
It doesn't like fire. You need to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Very cool.
It's the
As
same
all of a
with
sudden this, just
18.
blast of cold energy comes flying out.
18.
18, you succeed, so you're only going to take half damage from this. You take 33 points of cold damage.
Ooh.
Is that half?
That's halved.
Oh no. Ouch.
And it drops you and burrows down into the ice.
So it's leaving our threat
It's
range.
leaving your threat range.
Bonk.
Yep. You're
Wait.
technically, when you fall, you're technically prone, so you can make an attack, but you'll have disadvantage.
Also,
Hell yeah.
we didn't do the moonbeam.
Oh, yeah, the
Yep.
moonbeam. So that was a Constitution save
Yes.
for the creature, 17.
2D.
You did level 2.
Yeah.
Just fails.
What is it? 2D10, right?
2d10 moonbeam damage.
15.
Misses.
21.
Hits.
It no longer burrows.
Oh, you
I
stop.
have Sentinel.
Sentinel.
Is it plus-
So its speed is now 0.
Plus anything? Or
No.
16.
16 damage? Okay.
Nice.
And just because I don't think it's going to do anything, but I'm going to try it anyway. I need to make a strength saving throw, as I'm going to use one of my superiority die and try to knock it prone.
Okay. Strength save. That's a 10.
Hey, so that is going to fail. So it's now prone as well. It's going to be D10 and D8.
Did you ever send me the stat block for the greatsword?
I didn't. Are you using it?
I'm interested in using it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
so that
for
is-
reminding me about that.
Yeah.
I didn't send it to you on purpose because
Okay.
I wanted to be at more of like a game thing.
Okay. And that,
15 points of slashing damage.
15 slashing, you got it.
in that case, I'll just be using it.
Well, if you didn't choose to use it that time, you hear a voice in your head,
Okay.
and it sounds like this. Why do you continuously use that weak blade?
He's a little longer.
Yeah.
Size doesn't matter.
Okay.
Performance issues?
Affects 1 in 5, so...
But yeah,
Basically.
you some strange whispering in your head.
Okay. Sweet. I mean,
I mean,
I could
you're not
always use
sure
it
if it's in your head or if somebody else is in the room talking to you. It's really weird.
I look at the creature that burst at the ground and seeing if he's mocking me because I missed.
Actually, the creature right now is laying prone, like squealing, trying to regain its footing as it's now been just rocked as it was trying to burrow down into the ice. But that's all it can do. And the little ice creatures get to go. So, one is going to attack Kopic because he's just right there.
You said Big More was released?
Yeah, Begmore's released.
If you're,
Yeah, so the
you're not
restraint can
restrained
come
anymore.
off.
Am prone.
Okay. They're just gonna try to claw you.
Okay.
No, they're not. They're gonna try to breathe ice at you as well. So
Okay.
they go. And just this is only a 15-foot cone, so it probably only hits you.
Yeah, only hits me.
But I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, which is weird. That it's dexterity. Usually that's Constitution, but it's dexterity.
Oh, no. That's an 8.
An 8. You take 5 points of cold damage.
Okay.
So it's just a little. It's a little guy trying to breathe his frost on you. Begmore, you are prone currently, so that one is going to try. That's flying over top you, swoops down and tries to claw you. So it will have advantage on this attack. Correct? There's nothing stopping that. Natural 20.
Ouch.
You
I wish
take
I didn't use my reaction.
you take 6 points of slashing damage.
Ouchie.
And 4 points of cold damage.
Ouchie. Okay.
One is going to. They have. Let's see what their speed is. They have 30 fly speed. So one is going to like charge the fire elemental there. One actually, if that one can go around towards Orin, that one will go around towards Orin if it can make it there.
What's their speed?
30.
Yep.
And the other two are just going to try to make it to the fire elemental, since that would be the closest enemy.
20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're both going to just breathe cold energy at you, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw for those.
This is like a spearmint gum commercial.
First dex save is an 18.
That succeeds.
Second one is a 19.
A 19. They both succeed, so you take from both a whopping 4 points of cold damage.
Okay, and then if something hits me, melee attack.
Yeah, they were smart enough not to come after you with their claws.
Hit me.
The one over there, since it's a 15-foot cone, is going to try to hit both Orin and Amryn. So dexterity saving throws for them. Amryn had a natural 20 and succeeds. Orin fails. So Amryn takes 2 damage. And Orin takes 5. And that ends their turn, bringing us to Begmore with Silas on deck.
Half my movement speed to stand up.
You got it?
Then I am going to use a second wind.
Okay.
Oh, brother. So that'll be 13 points back.
13 hit points back. There you go.
Yeah, for 56. Let's see. I still have my action. So I am going to enlarge.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Your base doesn't go with the terrain.
Sorry, I'm gonna. Sorry, I'm gonna. I might as well get him out.
Oh, you going with the big boy?
Action surge.
Oh, and man, I tell you what,
Excuse me.
big
Whoa.
boy. The little ice map is like.
So, one action enlarge. So the second bonus action is used to get me to large. Then enlarge gets me to huge. So I still have a full attack. And I see his
don't know,
bludgeoning. I see, I'm gonna raise the great sword and be like, you better live up to your name, and I'll try to live up to mine. And
And the minute you like hold it in your hand and you hold it up, it's like, yes.
like, he's a fan. So, prone,
Prone.
advantage.
Advantage.
How does it feel to chew 5 gum? Nat 20.
Nat 20. There you go. Good.
Yeah. So, how do we do it? Just double?
I have you roll all the dice. So if it's whatever the great sword,
So
I think it's
this-
2d6, right?
Yep.
So it'd be 4d6 regular great sword damage.
46.
46.
46. Yeah.
And is that just for the, or because I'm adding, this is what I'm adding to it.
Whatever dice you roll, double. So roll double the amount of dice you would normally roll.
I bet you feel like a
The,
clown
the
now.
modifier you add to it doesn't double. So whatever this is plus your modifier is your result.
So, new great sword.
Who dis?
Who dis? 12, 18, 20, 25, 35, 39, 42, 45,
Oh, it was
Uh,
close. It was close.
plus 6 for 51.
51. Wow.
Bunk.
51 points of damage.
For my first attack.
What were the damage types of all those extra dice you used?
Okay, so 4 of that was cold.
Okay, so we're gonna race 4
Uh-huh.
because it is immune to cold.
Okay. And now I have to read my own abilities again. Let's see. Well, it would be a rotary. It would be like an actual old school rotary if you're doing index cards. So enlarge. So all the other ones just add the base damage.
That's fine. That's fine. The
So,
cold is
the
what I
cold.
really needed to hear. So
Okay.
the 4 points, you can tell that it is not completely unaffected by cold.
So that gets you down
And
to 46.
and it also needs to make a con save.
Con save, you got it. Constitution saving throw. That's only a 10.
Its speed is reduced till 0 till the start of my next turn.
So now it doesn't get to move again. Okay.
Level 11.
I know.
Can it,
Everything needs legendary action.
can it use? Can he use half of
Does it?
0 to stand up?
Yeah, well, you would use half a 0 to stand up.
Yeah.
So basically, you guys just got to pin down, really.
So I took 5 points of damage from hitting it.
You did.
Well,
5
I'm
points of
gonna hit it again because I have 3 attacks.
Okay.
15 plus
Probably good.
6,
Well,
21.
hold on, because you used your
Use
second
second
wind.
Yes.
That would have been a bonus action.
Yes.
Okay. So how were you? Would have been an action to grow then, right?
It's so bonus action to grow 1 size.
Okay.
Full action to
But
grow
you already
another
used
one.
your bonus to do second wind, so you wouldn't
Right.
have a bonus.
So, but action surge.
Oh, so you
Doesn't-
did use action
Yes.
surge. Action
Action
surge doesn't
surge.
give you an additional bonus action though. It only gives you an action.
Take away this.
So I'll take away the 13 points.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Man,
Man.
So okay.
I've been over here for like
I'm back to
Yeah,
43.
like, where are you?
Fighters.
Yeah. So then then I'm using my attack action. So 21 for the second one.
That hits.
2d6, a 4. One of those falls off. Those falls off.
That's
And-
it. Drive me into its flesh.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of that's kind of the plan. This sounds like a good plan. So,
So much better than that stinking pole arm you were using.
and I'm just making sure I'm not being
Child's
dumb
toy.
here. Yeah. Okay. So that's 10 plus 6 for 16. No cold.
16. You got it.
And then I take 5 more points.
5 more points of cold damage.
Yep.
That's right.
And then I'm gonna attack again.
Okay.
You sure?
Yep. Another nat 20.
Yeah, definitely hits.
So. Ouchie. For me, not it.
Medium
10,
Morse function. Move down.
14, 15, 19, 25 points of damage.
25
No
damage.
cold. And then I'll take 5 more points of cold damage because I hit him.
You will. Yep.
And then I'm just gonna use my movement to Dougie or something. I don't know.
Okay, you got it. Very
Having
nice.
a 1 next to the health, like an extra 100.
It's right. Two extra
No,
zeros.
he's just adding another digit.
I did that with Borovar. I gave him 100 and something extra hit points because
Oh, yeah.
y'all were so
Just
straight.
yeah.
What'd you do with like the Storm King's Thunder campaign with that dragon? Because
Yeah,
I remember you said
I
that.
tweaked
You
it.
said
I
that, like,
tweaked it a
yeah,
bunch,
yeah. Just
I had
'cause-
to.
Yeah, yeah.
This thing's looking very bad. Looks very hurt.
Me too.
Silas.
Go.
Sorry, I meant.
There you go.
Oh, you're good.
Well, no, I did that. Oh, you mean grabbing the...
What would you like to do? You're
I'm
kind of.
watching just a lot of stuff happen.
There's a
I think
lot
I
of-
should participate.
There's a lot of chaos.
Yeah. How does the big guy look?
Big guy is like pinned down and is getting
I'm
just
doing
mauled.
terrible.
It looks
Wow.
like Begmore is just kind of on top, of just driving the blade down into the creature's like ah.
Okay.
There's these little crazy creatures just flying about the room, just spitting on everybody with ice breath.
Okay. Well, then I'll just. Great stuff for this scenario here. I'm gonna do.
Throw pebbles at it.
That's the weakest spell I have. It does 1d6.
Get the
Not
little
doing that.
guys.
Yeah, just
They would have more help than that, I'm sure.
Get the fireball.
whole room.
I don't have.
I didn't say where's Megmar. I said I cast fireball.
I don't have fireball, but I cast fireball. I'm gonna do.
Begmore knows where you live.
I'm gonna do 2 witch bolts with twin spell.
Which
Uh,
bolts?
Yeah, witch
Which
bolts.
one?
Which witch?
Which?
So second level witch bolt at 2 of these flying.
Little flying critters?
Move up.
Yeah, it's like how far do you want to move?
I can shoot at 60 feet, but
Okay.
this one, that one,
Okay.
if I can see it.
Sure. And you roll to attack on these, right?
Yeah. So this is. Do I roll once for twin spell or twice separate?
I'll let you roll them separate.
Okay.
So that way, if you miss, you don't miss both. You have a chance to hit.
Okay. Dirty 20 for the first one.
Hits.
And dirty 20 again.
Yep. Both are hit.
Okay, so that's 12. What's a 12 look like? I put those away.
This one.
I got them. Separate damage or same damage?
Roll separate since it's two like separates.
Okay, so the first one is 9 points
9 points. Okay.
of lightning damage. The second one is 13 points of lightning damage, and they're both tethered.
Both tethered. You got it.
So I'm like, lightning whips hanging.
Don't have a
Right.
tethered marker.
And then I'll use my. No. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, you got them tethered, and it seems like the electricity is just wrapping around them, and you can see it's like the silhouette of the black and the skeleton like inside as you're electrocuting them. They're still up and flying around,
Okay.
so they're not down, but
I'll hang on.
Yet.
okay, you got it. Hanging on.
This one here.
Good.
Fully operational battle station.
Not from a Jedi. All right, great job. All right, Silas, that ends your turn. Bring us back to the top of the combat round, where we have Obu, Kopik, and Willow who can decide who would like to go first.
You can go this time.
Okay. Kopik is going to drop the halberd and pull out the greatsword.
Okay.
Being a little jealous of Bigmore using his and having so much fun.
And
But
actually, as you say that, what's your passive perception, by the way?
14.
14. You notice there's a glimmer of what seems to be like spiteful rage in Begmore's eyes that you have unfamiliar seeing. I mean, you've just recently met him, but he's
Hey, he's usually
there's
not
a little bit
this-
of craziness in his eyes.
And he's just standing up there just...
I'm also going to be openly talking to my sword. I'm not hiding
That's
that.
concerning.
Unless it's like telepathic, then I'd be openly talking.
Okay, so first attack is 21.
It's and it is prone too, so you have advantage on these.
But I have advantage anyway from the law of enmity.
Gotcha. Yep.
Second one, okay, that's not as great. That's a 16.
16 misses.
Okay.
Has some natural like thick hide on this creature that you're unable to break through on the second attack.
That's activated. Does extra 2d.
2.
Okay, so that is 11 points of slashing and 8 points of necrotic.
Okay.
Then I'm going to action surge and hit it 2 more times.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, first one is a 27 to hit.
That will hit.
Second one is an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. And actually, I'm going to need a strength save on both of those.
Okay.
I'm going to use 2 more superiority die.
I'll be
wait,
honest, I'll roll, but I don't think it's really going to matter.
Usually, like when I'm a wizard, people get me flat for taking a long turn, but then I play a fighter and the same thing happens. I just take long turns. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the class.
It's you.
Okay, that is
It's you, bro.
The best out
Look,
of
I got
everything.
my die already.
We're gonna make you little baggies. Ziploc bags.
This is
your
for
damage.
This is damage die in this situation.
Yeah.
Number
what
one.
are the saves?
You said strength.
Strength, yeah.
The first one was a 23.
Okay, so it's saves on the first one.
The second one will be a dirty 20.
Okay, saves on both. Okay, so we have 14 slashing and 4 necrotic on the first hit.
Okay.
And the second one is...
It's in real bad shape.
Okay, that
I didn't even
is...
get to hit. Wasted my elemental form.
So 15 and... Okay, so 20 slashing damage and another 6 necrotic.
You can go ahead and describe how you put it down.
Okay, as Kopik's watching as Begmore is just keeps wailing on this thing, pulling out the sword, and after acting, it's just on that, as it taking the blade out and just driving it down into the chest of this thing, and then giving the sword one quick twist,
Oh.
and then just sort of watching as the entire essence of the creature is pulled into the sword.
Oh. In your head, you hear, "How dare you let him have the final blow?"
I'm gonna act like someone who like couldn't open a jar and be like, I loosen it up for you.
Very nice. So you can take boss off of the initiative order.
Glad I didn't waste a disintegrate on that one.
I wasted a while.
They did a lot of damage on that guy.
I think every one of my attacks did 1 hit.
So, Kopik, is that all you're going to do, or do you have anything left?
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So Willow and Obu would be up next.
Obu's just gonna move her moonbeam.
Okay.
Silas.
She might.
No, realistically, she'd move it on Kopik if she was
How
going
much
to move it on
movement does
anyway.
it have?
What is it, like 20 feet?
I don't know.
Moonbeam, I think you can move 30 feet.
Okay. It's just gonna go to that one.
That one over there?
More. Yeah.
Okay.
And
got it.
I am gonna.
60 feet.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just gonna smack that one in front of me.
Okay.
It breathed on me, and I didn't like it.
One that's tethered or not tethered.
These two.
I'll do the one not tethered.
Okay.
So that is gonna be multi-attack. $14.
That will hit.
And
You might want.
9.
You might want to just. 9 is going to miss.
yeah.
The second one. So you can roll damage for the first one.
Okay.
And you were going against the one that wasn't being wrapped up in electrical energy. Okay.
2d6. 10. 13.
13 damage. You rake through it with a fiery claw, and it kind of dissipates into this puff of steam. And you hear this one little squeal left, and then it explodes.
Oh, fun.
They have an ability called Death Burst.
Love that.
Each creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Silas also has that first. I do.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
22.
22. You will take half damage. You take 2 points of slashing damage as a bunch of ice shards just go shooting everywhere. And immediately melt in your essence.
So it's
All right.
No, I already think of
Anything else you'd like to do? Any movements that you have?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move towards that back one.
Do fire elementals have an ability where they can move into the square
I can.
of an
That's what
opponent?
I would
Okay,
like to
okay.
do.
That's, I was thinking. I thought I remembered one of my druids doing that before.
Yeah, I have 50 feet, so I believe I can make it to that back one, right?
Okay.
Remember, the back one has moonbeam on it.
Oh,
big
oh,
one right here?
no, just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the one.
One right
on
next.
topic,
Okay.
yeah.
And you're going to like
In its space. Mm-hmm.
in its space. Okay. What is it? What do I have to do if you move into its space?
So it says the first time it enters a creature's space on a turn, the creature takes 1d10 fire damage and catches fire until someone takes an action to douse it. And
Okay.
it'll keep taking 1d10 fire damage.
Okay. So you can roll your d10. It doesn't make a save at all, does it? It just says it
3.
takes that damage.
No save.
No save.
Yeah.
What is-
3.
A 3? Okay. So it takes more than you would expect.
Oh.
But it is still up. It is now screeching as it's now consumed by flames.
And it will take more at the start of each turn.
Start of each of its turns. Okay. All right. Does that end your turn?
It does.
All right. Obu's up. Well, Obu moved.
Yeah.
Amren's up. Amren is going to try to blast that ice method in front of her with 3 arcane blasts. First 2 hit, and the last one hits, and I'm just going to use the average damage, which will mean that will kill that ice method, bringing it into an ice burst, which means Orin has to make a saving throw. Yeah. And Orin's gonna fail and take the damage as ice shards get just like shot towards him as this thing explodes.
And it's only in the 5-foot range?
5 foot, yep. So he takes that damage. And then it is Orin's turn. Orin is kind of disgusted at that, but we'll go around. And the other one that's tethered, he is going to fire a firebolt at the one that is tethered by the electricity of Silas. And misses. So he just kind of shifted onto the backside of that stone for his turn. And at the start of the turn, the moonbeam damage takes effect.
Yep.
Constitution save is going to fail, so you can roll moonbeam damage for the one in the back.
12.
12 damage. That one is still up. Okay. And the one that was on fire, you said just remains on fire, so you can roll
Until it takes an action to take
douse it.
out.
So at the start of its turn, I believe, it takes another D10.
1.
1, okay.
Just 1.
So it's burning up. It's going to move out of your fire. And it's basically just going to be on fire, like right next to you there. And it is going to... it's just going to just make some attacks against... It's just going to make some attacks against... a claw attack against Kopic.
Okay.
Nah, that doesn't make sense. It would attack the fire
Yeah.
elemental. Let's see if its breath recharges. It does not. It's only a 7 to hit.
That does not hit.
So it's still just doused in fire, and it's just trying to just take advantage of you being right next to it. The one next to Begmore is going to attack you with claws. That's only a 7.
Not this time.
That ends their turn, bringing us to Begmore's turn.
I'm gonna be like, let me make you proud, Dad. And then I'll with the to the sword and 21 to hit that guy.
Oh yeah.
So D4. That'll be 2. And then I'm big, so I got a 3, 7, 9. Plus 6, 15 points of damage.
It bursts, and ice shards go flying everywhere. Make a dexterity saving throw.
11.
11.
Mm-hmm.
You succeed. So you take 2 points of...
Ouchie.
I guess it's piercing damage. Or slashing.
Well.
Slashing.
5. Then I'll hit that guy. I'll try to.
Okay.
See what my modifier is. 12.
Hits.
Sweet. So as long as I don't roll a 1.
They have a very low armor class.
17 points of damage.
17 damage. It explodes and shoots ice shards to everyone within 5 feet.
And that also
So all 3 of you need to make a dexterity saving throw. Kopic,
This is a
Begmore,
worse, this is a
and
worst
Fire
form of
Elemental.
pop rocks.
15.
15 is a success.
11.
11 is a success. You both take 2 points of damage.
12.
12. Everybody takes 2 points of slashing damage.
Oh, slashing. That's right. It's not
It's
cool.
slashing, yep.
So
Oh, wait.
10,
I have have resistance for slashing damage.
Well, then you take 1 point of slashing damage. And that one is just completely consumed by electrical energy from the palm of Silas's hand.
So, I don't think there's any silly stuff I can do with my bonus action right now. So I'm gonna try to hit the last guy.
Okay. What gives you your third attack?
Just being a level 11 fighter.
Oh, you get 3 attacks as a level
Mhm.
11 fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do? Oh, yeah, you're
I'm 8-3.
that's right. You didn't make it. Okay, gotcha.
Nat 20.
Got it.
I wanna try to channel like basically the bloodlust coming off of this sword, just to absolutely just
You
pop
got it.
this
Yeah,
guy.
absolutely.
And well, good thing because there's a bunch of tiny ones.
So
10,
primitive
11,
using
12,
claws to
14.
attack someone.
18, 24 points of damage.
Oh yeah, it blows up. And make a dexterity saving throw.
this time because I'm like channeling bloodlust, I just won't.
You just won't? Okay.
Yeah.
You take 4 points of slashing
4
damage
points.
then.
Yeah.
As it bursts. And it seems as if there is no more threat in the room.
What do you mean? What do you mean it seems?
Seems.
What do you
I
mean?
like that word.
So it
Seems.
seems. So I'll take you guys out of initiative order and get this music off. And you guys can take it away.
Copper's gonna sort of wave over at Willow and be like, and point at the ground around the stone and be like, does anybody know if she can understand if I talk to her? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth?
Did we decide if I could still speak telepathically in these forms? I don't
I
remember.
don't remember.
I don't remember what we said.
Does it say under
Do
your
you-
telepathic feature if you can or not? Or?
Do you maintain your like intelligence stats,
During wild shape?
like your mental? Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, actually, yeah, you do. Is
Yeah.
polymorph, you lose it, you become the animal.
That's
Wild
right.
shape, you keep your mental.
Then I think I should be able to.
Yeah, if you can keep your mental stats, I would say sure.
Okay. Yeah, it just says any one creature that I share a language with.
Okay.
So I will telepathically speak back, yes, I understand you.
Oh, can you sort of start like melting around the stone?
I got that from your wave.
Just
Thank you.
just for giggles, because like I have a limited amount of time to remain this form, I'm gonna try to pick up the rock.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
paint
you-
circles around the bottom.
Oh yeah, with you guys doing that, you guys don't even have to make a
Let's
roll.
go.
'Cause
Okay.
as you kind of making kind of like a moat of water around it as you just circle around it a few times. Begmore walks up and just releases the stone. You hear him, please be careful with it. She shouts out towards you as you're like ripping out the.
I'm gonna continue.
Just
All right.
break it over your knee.
And you only
Like-
have a minute in that big form, right?
And the huge.
The huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
As
I'm
the
gonna
topic's gonna come
I'm gonna
over
try
and
to
try to
take it
help out,
out
see
and
what he's
then
doing.
like
Okay.
put it on the ground.
Okay.
I will get in the way.
Mhm.
So I will stay back.
Not like you,
I thought
you
we were gonna put 'em
purposely
on a
are
ship.
getting in the
Yeah,
way,
I would
because
get
we'll
in the
just put it on you. You know, just
The shell is hard. It can teeter-totter.
I mean, Amryn like rushes up to it, Orin rushes up to it, and they're just like looking over it. They're not, neither of them like touch it or anything, but they're just like staring down at it as you rest down. And about that time, you probably shrink down to your not quite as
Medium.
big size.
they both. I
they
believe they
both-
both last at the same time, so I'll just.
So-
but I can still go to this form if I need to.
Okay. I love it.
Topic's looking down the hole. How deep down does this thing seem to go, or does it look like the piece that
And-
Bigmore just pulled
And
out?
where did this dude come from?
I'm gonna avoid staying in one spot for too long.
Yeah, probably a good
Yeah,
idea.
it's gonna be relevant.
So you're looking where the
Silas, sit on his shoulders.
so you're looking at like the pit that was left from picking this thing up.
Yep.
It's just kind of descends down and then stops. It's kind of filled with water now as your fire elemental friend kind of made a little puddle there.
But looking at the bottom, it's ice down at the bottom. There's not more of them.
Yeah, it's ice.
What was the thing with your sword?
Now, whenever it kills somebody, the topic will deactivate it, and she's anytime it kills somebody, apparently it's pulls something out of them. It looks like.
I'm gonna like do like one of the office like pans. Like, are the rest of you hearing what I'm hearing? Like, it pulls something out of somebody.
Yeah, we took it from a pawn shop on what island was it?
Stole that.
Pawn shop.
You borrowed it.
Borrowed.
Yeah, it's
Borrowed it.
Borrowed.
We're gonna give it back some point.
Are we?
Who's doing more harm on that?
You hear in your mind, don't listen to him. That sword is worthless.
And then I'm gonna say back.
I am far superior.
I'm gonna say back. That's probably why I was at a pawn shop. Couldn't get rid of it fast enough.
Indeed.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, my sword. I show up with the Soul Stealer 3000, but when you talk to your sword, it's weird.
Double standard.
I'm just looking over. Takes this over here. Hello? Anybody in there?
Is this thing on?
You hear laughing in your head. What a fool.
Mine don't talk.
We'll find out if that's good or bad.
That's a mighty big rock.
This is and you hear Amron say, this is quite a discovery. We need to get it back. But how?
If only we had a cart. How long will it
Oren's
take
kind of like,
to-
well, hearing you say that, Oren would be like, well, we could take some time to try to fix it up, but making sure we have the right parts or some way of making it work could take some time.
Does this look like ore?
Or
Right? Like, do I think that this could be used in metalworking?
I think you guys made checks on this before, and it was just totally unfamiliar to any of you. Like, it doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before. It looks like some type of... The closest thing you can get to is a stone, but...
Okay.
I mean, the properties have been kind of the mages have been unable to, like, figure out exactly what it does and what it's for.
does it have any runes on it?
Make an investigation check.
While he's looking at that, I'm just going to look over at Amron, Oren, and Obu. Say, oh, why don't you guys run back up and start bringing the cart pieces down here? Because we're going to have to load it down here. And the rest of us will start seeing what we have in our tools and whatnot to put the cart back together.
Okay. Obu doesn't have a problem with that. She starts moving. Oren is like, looks at you and says, that's a great idea. Are you trying to be like deceptive in any way or persuasive in any way? Do you have some kind of ulterior motives
Yes,
right now?
Topic has an ulterior motive.
Then make a persuasion roll against Amron though.
Oh, okay. That's not great. One.
What?
Oh,
Amron's like, I think that Oren and Obu can handle this. I don't want to.
you don't know Obu.
I don't want to. I think I need to be around this object for a little bit longer till we can see exactly what will happen, and we need to make sure we're very careful.
What do you mean what'll happen? We just pulled it out of the ground and nothing happened.
Yeah, but we don't know if it's unstable.
It's laying on its side. It's not going to fall over.
It's sleeping.
I mean, magically unstable.
I don't know if
You could touch it and it might turn you into a rabbit.
Tommy's going to run over to the side of this thing and like give it a big old bear hug.
Okay.
Oh god.
You give it a big old touch. All of a sudden, you get these visions.
just for you.
Tell a story. I'm gonna put you on the spot here, Matthew.
About
Okay.
a man named Brady.
Tell a story of something that you might remember from your childhood. That might have been like that you it's a memory you would have, but you might have put on like the back burner and haven't really like thought about it in a long time.
Okay.
Probably not you.
That's good because Matthew ain't gonna remember anything from back then. So his comic does that. Comic probably is having flashback he has is being at home with his father.
Okay.
So Copic is Goliath's clan is descended from frost giants. And his father trying to bring him to go and visit the local giant tribe as sort of a rite of passage for what they did with young boys as they were training them to be warriors. Is come on up, we're going to bring you, you're going to basically fight one of the younger frost giants. See how well you can hold up.
Okay.
And just Copic having that sort of flashback of remembering getting completely wrecked by this frost giant.
And I'm going to interrupt you for a moment. So as you're getting wrecked, I imagine this scene where young Copic, is on one knee. Would you be just like fisticuffs, or would this be like weapon?
No, just bare knuckle brawl until you can't move.
It's like just get this vision of you on one knee with one hand, like one fist, like just stuck down into the like snowy ground of the mountain, and you like leaning your other hand on your other knee, and blood just kind of like pouring out your face, dripping off it. You're looking at your opponent, who's a younger frost giant, I guess. Yep. Imagine that frost giant's kind of like laughing, bleeding as well. It starts like walking towards you, but as it starts walking towards you, the face of the frost giant begins to open up and morph and change, and you see these tentacle figures start pulling out from its maw. And it transforms into one of those creatures that you fought before. And it looks directly towards young Copic in your vision and goes, and without moving its mouth, you hear, "It won't be long now." And then you just have this weird like screech jump scare moment, and the rock blasts you back from it, and you go flying across the chamber, sliding across the ground, bumping into the wall.
Unstable.
Well, it wasn't a rabbit.
I'm just going to sort of sit there for a minute, just like...
Amron looks at you and says, "What happened? What did you see?"
I glare at her, and that's, "Are you okay?" Not that anyone else can hear it, but...
Gosh, I look over.
He didn't see anything. He got blasted across the room.
You can hear me.
Amron like turns around and is like, "I was hoping for the rabbit."
And looking over at Willow, and like following her, she's still moving around the room. That place we went into where glances over at Silas for a minute and looks down, where your brother had that accident and got hurt. That thing's related to them.
Ooh.
And it put itself in my head, and it said it's not long now.
Not long until what?
Well, it didn't say that, then it went boom, and now I'm over here. But if that's part of their building we were in, I'll probably make a weapon out of it. I wonder, Copic's going to get up, take the plasma rifle,
Oh, God.
Okay.
and run over to it because I used the last of the energy cell for him.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take wherever I had been popping in because I had a couple extra energy cells that we had found with it. I'm going to take wherever the energy cell goes, pop the energy cell, and touch the energy cell to it.
Okay. Where it wasn't glowing lights anymore, or that glimmering energy cell, you watch it go, and it refills the whole thing. The energy cell is completely filled with almost like an instant of putting it next to that thing.
Oh, I like this. We're taking this with us.
This is
Comic
how
reloads
it's
weapons.
now.
And then looks over at Aaron. I'm sorry, this is ours now.
What just happened?
It's like a Tesla charging station.
I'm just going to look and hold it there. Remember when I showed you this and it wasn't working?
Yes.
It's charged. It works again.
Shoot it.
That the rock
Charged it.
made it work again.
Shoot it. You can charge
I'm going to aim at the wall and
Just blast a hole in the wall? Okay, you don't even have to roll.
Well, I'm gonna. Let me see what it's called again. Where did I put it? Basically. Where did I hide the plasma gun?
Is it the BFG from Doom?
Basically, yeah. I can't find it at the moment. I'll have to go dig into my inventory again.
It's like,
It's not there.
narratively, you just kind of like look and just blast it, and it just
I just drain the entire thing. There's one segment where
big
it
chunk of
empties.
ice comes flying out of the wall, and it begins to sizzle and hiss and smelt away a lot of the ice there in that section.
And pull it back out, show her the empty cell, and then touch it again.
Fills it right
Pop
back.
it back in and put it away.
Wow, interesting. We hadn't had the experience of this before. We haven't had we haven't had the opportunity to be able to see something like this.
I had a 15, by the way.
15 for your check for
Looking-
had runes.
mhm.
You don't see any runes, but you can definitely, as like inspecting it, you can see that part of it looks like it's been shaped and formed, and part of it definitely you can tell it broke off of something a lot bigger. No runes though.
I'd like to go up and touch
You're gonna touch it too.
What's wrong with you people?
Okay.
it. Like the spider.
So
Don't
Silas,
like the spider, man.
Silas walks up to it, and as you're getting ready to touch it, Amber's like, "Are you sure?"
I waver. I've never respected her.
And you just slam your hand on it. Okay. At that point, I think that's a good time for us to take our break. So we will find out what Silas sees when we return. So stick with us. We'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to go probably refill our drinks and get some pizza. So it may be about 15 minutes or so, but we'll return as quickly as we can. So we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors.
First up is Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is an online storefront based in the Great White North of Canada. They sell everything your heart could desire, so long as everything your heart desires is largely polyhedral dice sets and other TTRPG sundries. Check them out for all of your dicey needs. Perhaps buy a lovely hardcover copy of one of these fine books. If you're feeling especially cute, you could treat yourself to a t-shirt or one of these fine little proprietary Little Dragon Corp dragon plushies. They've got all the classic types of dragon, like Mooney, Terra, Dad. Whatever strikes your fancy over on Little Dragon Corp, be sure to enter our special promo code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order. That's BONUS, BONUS, for 15% off your order. That's like if you made 7 individual purchases, you could basically buy anything you want on the store, and it's like it was free with all the money that you saved from earlier. I'm absolutely positive that's how math works, and I will be taking no questions at this time. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. We come back to our game as our party has just uncovered some kind of magical stone. And they're trying to decide what to do with it. But, Silas, you have put your hand upon the stone. So, Silas, I would like you to tell us, give us a memory of what Silas would be seeing. Something from... For Silas, it could be, I'm going to say, just whatever kind of comes to your mind. It doesn't have to be necessarily childhood, but it can be...
So, Silas has a memory,
Just one.
recollection of sailing alone.
Okay.
Small boat, single sail, little rudder and whatnot. And being low on supplies, and remember passing by like fishing villages and things, like traveling up streams and being on the having fear of not knowing. This was very early on in its travels, of who was there, and the looks that he got from people not knowing what a turtle was or where they come from or anything like that. It's just being desperate to find somebody. And remembering not stopping at some places because of those looks that he got as he passed through.
Okay. Perfect. Are we talking like a little boat like Captain Jack Sparrow came in at the beginning of the yeah, kind of like that. Excellent. I'm going to interrupt you. Okay. So in one of these scenes that you're imagining as you're on the ocean, the wind is kind of blowing this little singular flag above the sail, whipping it back and forth. You can hear the pitter patter of the canvas, the sail move as the breeze blows this ship. Small vessel, if you will, forward. You're looking up at the sky. You can see the sun kind of bright upon this day, but then all of a sudden the shadow kind of appears over your vessel, like a cloud passing through. You pick up your head and you can see what looks to be some kind of terrifying floating vessel that's flying above you. And then you notice that there are several others that are joining. And it's strange. They look like the back of a boat, but the front looks like several tendrils or tentacles that kind of wrap forward amongst each other and kind of almost look as if they're slightly moving as well. And way up in the sky, you see this ring shape that seems to slowly start to make its way kind of silhouetting upon the sun, almost as if like an eclipse were happening, but it's like a ring, kind of like Halo.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that as it goes through. And then you see this bright flash and a beam come straight towards you from that circle. And it hits the water directly in front of you. And the water goes massive tidal wave up over your vessel. And you get this same kind of like screeching loud noise in your ears sensation, jump scare moment, and then you go flying back from this object, sliding across the ice and bumping into the wall.
Kabak is diving to the side to avoid the 780-ton
That's right. Amber just looks around. What keeps happening?
Kabak's going to run up, grab her, and push her against the stone.
Oh, you're gonna push her against the stone?
Oh, no.
You shove her. And you guys can see for a moment she just kind of goes in this like, and when you guys are touching it, you're just like kind of in this like state where you're just not technically like, you're not really like conscious, but you're there.
Just like you.
Yeah, you're like this
Like
dazed and
dissociating.
confused. Yeah. So for a moment, like she sits there for a while, and the same thing happens to her. She just gets launched off of it. She does a couple backflips.
I'm aiming for Silas if I can.
Well, it'd just be like this force pushing back away from you. So if you're trying to, it'd be more like she'd go flying into you if you were trying to like guide her. But she goes like flying backwards, lands on the ice and slides, and you can see there's this like shock in her eyes as she comes to, and you can see she's a little bit dazed from the trip. She lands upon the ice as well. Silas, you've probably gotten yourself back to your feet by this time, and
Now do you get it?
let's see. What does this mean?
Gonna speak to her telepathically and ask what she saw.
She
If she doesn't mind sharing.
She speaks back. Well, it just so happens that I do mind.
Figured.
Sorry.
I know, right?
Where's my scrolls? Okay. Well,
Well, everyone else did it.
I am not touching that.
Oh, Big Boy walks up and
Yeah.
touches it? Okay.
Jordy touched it when you picked it up, and nothing happened to you.
But it's unstable. It can happen at any time.
Okay. Begmore, why don't you go into give us a memory?
Okay. Begmore lived. He's a giant family, so he would have lived in a community of frost giants, and with a smaller community of just not frost giants in it. So this would be like. Not quite like carved in a glacier like here, but like in like a stone, a frost giant cave, where he's first figuring out like mastering runes, and he's figuring out that he can change sizes almost to like try to earn the respect of the frost giant. So he's sitting like in a group of other people who are also practicing this, and he figures it out. And now he's going to go show the frost giants, who are just casually going about their day, that he's finally mastered the craft that they've taught him.
Okay.
And so he'll go up to unnamed frost giant one in the credits, and and he'll. He's done tattoos instead of on himself instead of objects, because he's looked around and see like, oh well, some people play a prank where they'll just take some crap from another person mastering runes, and now they no longer have those runes, so he's taken it upon himself literally to put the runes into his skin, and he's showing this to the giant and just changing sizes and try to like, am I finally worthy of your respect because I can, literally be on your level.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. I'll interrupt you on this moment and say that. So are you tattooing yourself with these runes,
So
or are you tattooing others? In
So
the
at first it was just like tattooing any surface that'd be appropriate, and then this is after he's gotten that down. This is him like coming out after he's tattooed himself, and he's proven it can work like the next day.
Okay. Okay. As you are like standing in front of some of these frost giants who are seeing if you can master these abilities and things of that nature, you notice at one moment blood begins to trickle down out of the nostrils of one of these frost giants, and it starts to drip from the chin and starts to like splatter onto the snowy ground, and then all of a sudden that particular giant in front of you just starts to fall forward and kind of crashes down ahead of you, and you can see the head of this creature like slam down upon the ice, eyes wide open, completely like almost like colorless, as it looks like kind of like cataract eyes or that, and the mouth is just wide open, just this trail of blood like rolling out of the nose. You can see the back of its head is completely like there's a hole drilled in the back of its head, And you can see standing in its place, silhouetted by the bright light behind it, is this terrible creature with tentacles like sticking out of its face. It's got kind of like this really brilliant but jagged cloak that it's wearing, and it's got this like vampire-esque like what the collar, the popped collar, like sticking up, and it's looking directly at you with these red piercing glowing eyes and saying, "Your time is very short. Embrace us. We will arrive soon." And then you get this blast, this shrill, and this loud, like, it's like this loud sound, and the vibration is occurring in your visual mind as you see its face close up to you. It's shaking while the shrill is happening, and you go flying back from this rock, sliding across the ice and slam into the wall.
Okay. I don't get what the big deal is, honestly.
Willow next.
Willow, you've witnessed this. You've seen it.
4 people will be flying.
I'm good.
Do you want me push you? Rock.
No. Willow has enough trauma in her life. She doesn't need any more.
Maybe it's like multiplying by negatives, you know?
Yeah.
Now it's finally positive.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
So Copper's going to look back over at Amron. See, I told you should have gone with Orn to help. He'd be down with the wagon parts already. But no.
This is interesting. We need to be careful with this. I'm not sure what else this thing could do. But we need to be very careful.
Would it be
We're
a-
not equipped to do anything with it. There's,
Sure we are. We can charge it. Or rather, it can charge us.
yeah, you're one thing.
Yeah, so we got to take it with us.
We have to?
Yes, if we take this, we can go fight the dragon right now.
Yeah, that's
I
what
got my
we're gonna
boom boom
do.
back.
We're just gonna do that 8 times till the
Kapow, charge! Kapow, charge!
But we're gonna take this. We're gonna take a rock into the dragon's lair, a pillar.
It's not
No.
a pillow. It's more like a log.
An obelisk, maybe?
Oh, maybe. I mean, if I didn't think pointy over there would get mad, I'd break a piece off of it and see if that
No,
works.
don't
But
Do
We'll
not
write
do
down
that.
the plan as plan A, but let's come up with B, C, D, and E.
Can you imagine if you put it on the end of a warhammer and you could like hit somebody and then they boomed?
I like the way you think. We need a whole tree trunk for that, though. That's a mighty big piece.
We need a character. We need Rook from the other campaign.
Psionic
You might be able to wield it if we cut it in half and put a stick on it when you're all jumboed.
I'd probably do it.
Did you try to break a piece off?
Not yet.
Do not break,
What?
Well,
because we
I
don't
think
understand enough about it yet.
I wouldn't
I
want
understand
to.
2 things. One, that we think it's cool, and 2, you think it's scary.
Well, I also don't want to break a piece off and then it like the whole thing explodes. Cause,
That is a possibility.
that would not be
yes.
good for my health.
That would not be good for any of our health.
And wait outside.
Complex gonna go over and I want to take a good look at this thing and see if there's anywhere that I think I'd be able to use my smith's tools to be able to remove a small piece of this somewhat delicately.
Your knowledge of this is like, there's no knowledge of it. Like, so even with Smith's tools, you have no idea like what you're dealing with. It could explode if you try to break it apart anymore. It could suck you into an interplanar dimension. You have no idea.
Oh no.
My intelligence modifier.
Hey, no reason. Can I take a short rest?
No reason.
No reason at all.
And yeah, if you want to relax for a while, yeah, you can. Right now, it seems like Amron's just stumped. She's trying to think of a way, like, okay, how can we get this to safety? Bless you.
Thank you.
How tall is this thing? Like, if I move to the other side of it from Amron, can she still see me? See, this looks like a big old log. on
But
the
he
ground.
grabbed it and he laid it. You laid it
Right.
down, so it'd
So
be.
how tall is it on its side?
I mean, you'd have to like duck, but you could hide behind it.
Would his hands be hiding behind it?
Would what?
His hands.
Would his hands be hiding
I'm
behind
assuming-
it?
Like on
that's
my
what you're-
shoulders.
Yeah.
Like, is this, how high would it be hitting if I'm standing up on my chest?
How tall is Kopic again?
7 foot?
It would be a little bit taller than the halfling, laying on its side. Because it would be pretty much at scale with the halfling, probably. Probably wouldn't be so much at scale with your miniature, because your miniature, for some reason, we didn't get the scaled up version of
Right.
your mini. But
I
whatever.
think that's because they wanted like an extra $30 for it or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
way back there. I'm off the, yeah.
But yeah, if you lay it down and put it at scale, if you can get it that way, it's probably about that size. So
Okay, yeah. So is Compass gonna?
it's as tall as a halfling.
So Compass gonna make a
Like
show
2 feet.
of walking over to the side that Amron's on, sort of getting down on one knee, looking at it, not touching, doing that on the 3 sides that she can see,
This is
Uh-huh.
and then
terrible
going
idea.
over to the other side. And I'm looking for any crack or something near one of the ends,
Okay.
where I think I'll be able to, get my chisel something in and just sort of crack off a small piece of it.
Okay. Go ahead and make. We'll call this. You can use your smithing tools.
Okay.
So if you have proficiency with those.
Permission.
You have permissioncy. You do have
So,
permissioncy.
I have proficiency in smithing tools as well, and I feel like if I don't help him, I'm going to die. So I want to give him like
So you're going to assist.
yes.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to.
Now Amron is watching this very closely, so it'd be very, very difficult to pull this off.
I think this is a terrible idea, but as I continue to pace, I'm gonna get in her line of vision as much as possible.
So you're going to try to distract.
Or get really,
What do you mean?
or get close to her. Cause
Are you
I set
still?
off a
How
lot
long
of
do you stay in Fire
5
Element?
hours.
Oh, 5 hours. Oh yeah, you're fine.
I also emit a bright light.
So you're blinding a little bit. Okay, okay. Here's what I'll have you guys do. You guys can both
Why?
make. First of all, make sleight of hand checks with advantage, both of you,
Okay.
and let's see how well you guys are
Can-
masked.
can I-
You're
can
getting
I-
advantage because your druid friend is helping you as a fire elemental by blinding.
18.
18. Okay.
Sleight of hand, dirty 20. The
Wow.
show. Yeah.
Let me double check one thing. Who was it? You had an 18.
Yep.
We'll double check a passive real quick.
Do you mind if I second wind as well?
Did you already second wind?
I didn't have the action economy for it.
Oh, that's right. So you took it back. Okay.
Yeah.
It is economy. Okay. So you guys sneaked back successfully, and you can second wind. Okay. So now I need you to both make your. So you guys can either both make a roll, or one of you can make it an advantage,
Let's
since you guys are helping each other.
Okay.
Silas, anything in particular you're doing as you had that vision and got after that? Is there anything in particular that?
No,
No.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
So what am I adding to my D20?
I will say this is more of a finesse type thing because the way you described it, so it'd be more dex based.
Okay.
Probably trying to keep Bobu to leave me alone.
Oh, who's this card?
The-
Bothering me. Oh, yeah, she's done.
Okay. 25.
Probably getting
25?
infected by mind flayers.
Can I think of like how much force? Because I probably would be used to like just being like, "Hey, here's some stone. Do something with it." I understand it's like not natural and probably not like of this world, but be like what I feel like the right amount of force to actually crack it would be, instead of trying to find the
So you
the
want to use
sweet
your
spot.
strength? Is that
Yeah.
what you're trying? Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Zing.
14.
14.
Oh, sorry. I looked at my initiative, not my proficiency bonus. 16.
16. Okay, so you had the 25.
Yep.
So with advantage, it'd be the 25 roll. So using what you know and what you know combined to kind of chip away at this piece, you use your tools, you kind of drive through, and you can see that it does crack it because it already had kind of like a crack in it, so it like continues on. You use the right amount of force. You can see the glow from the fire elemental on the other side, like cascading and blinding everybody else from this. But all of a sudden, there's a flash of this purple energy. And your tools get like ripped out of your hands and go zinging back and sticking into the ice wall behind you. And you both get ejected backwards from this thing. And I'm going to roll some dice here. Because you guys are going to take a little bit of damage.
Let me know if you need some more.
Oh boy.
As the rock changes.
You both take 30 points of force damage and are basically thrown back from the object. And same thing that happened. You guys get thrown back and like slide all the way to the wall. Immediately, like Amron looks over. What's going on? What happened? I can't see.
Don't worry about it.
Would you keep your hands off of it, please?
Well, how are we
No,
going to
that's a lot
carry
of
it?
fun.
Well, we got to figure that out.
They're trying to.
Aren't you helping me think?
No. Think about other stuff.
What are you
said
thinking about?
You
My
said
own
30
things.
damage.
Stay out of my head.
30?
Those 30. I'm trying to see if I have a feature that helps you that but doesn't help me.
And if you want to
So we know the number's 30. So
I'm thinking about the rock.
what about like
Well, I'm not
there's
thinking
there's
about
that
you.
like shield thing?
What did you be thinking
No,
about? The
I've
rock.
got
Not me.
I'm
got
all
stones
about
and
you.
birds.
If you haven't
I
seen me before, then
what does stone endurance do for you?
Trust me, I'm
reduces,
beginning to
damage I take by
realize.
D12 plus my con.
Hold on, I have.
tennis.
Dennis,
I thought I had like a
Dennis.
shield thing.
I'm gonna get you a shirt that just says me.
Yep.
That's
I thought I had a thing that like I could use my reaction to reduce yours, but that might just be.
Eventually, Orin does come back down.
6 already.
Did that piece come off too or no?
It did come off, yeah. So there's a smaller piece, yeah.
Run over, I'm grabbing the small piece.
Can-
It's probably a little bit smaller than the piece that was shown to you from what they had.
Oh, so it's still a decent size.
I mean, it's probably a
Yeah.
football.
Is it still
Pop
glowing?
open the chest and
that?
put it in
Does
the
it glow still?
Yeah, as it broke free from the bigger chunk, it is not emitting a purple glow anymore.
Can I use my interception to reduce his damage? I can't use that for myself.
You can, yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Reduce your damage by 14.
Hey, I'm also using my my stone's endurance to reduce it even further.
I take 30 though.
You said 30?
30.
I did 2.
2? Okay, no, it was force damage too. So is that just any kind of damage
Yes.
you guys can? Okay.
Okay.
Just want to make sure it wasn't like specific to like bludgeoning, piercing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever.
No, my armor, or sorry,
No,
my
I took
heavy
30.
heavy armor feat reduces non-magical damage.
Oh, gotcha. All right, Orin does show back up and says, well, in further inspection, I think I can fix the card. It's just going to take me a little while.
What do you need?
I mean,
Any supplies you need?
I've got supplies that I can use. I just might have to. There's a couple things I might have to bend back and
Might have to reinforce
a couple
some-
pieces of wood that I don't really need. I'll just leave off, and we can find some way to
Maybe-
strap.
Did
this
Did you
thing
bring
up.
it down so we can get it done?
Well, I mean, no. I mean, it's up there. I mean, we'll
Maybe
just walk
maybe
back up. and-
reinforce some things.
I just wanted to
because
make
it's
sure I was
heavy.
communicating this since last time I got, let's say, an onslaught from not communicating some things. So I'm just making sure I'm being honest.
Yeah, I didn't,
Up front.
I didn't communicate.
Communications.
And now they're all mad at me, so
It's I guess it's a thing that I need to start practicing more.
don't.
you missed Amron getting blown into the wall.
She got how'd she get blown into the wall?
I might have grabbed her and stuck her against a big rock.
The rock blew her into the wall?
You want
Yeah, you want to try?
Yeah.
No,
It's really fun.
We've all done it.
of course
Yeah.
not. Everyone's doing it, so
yeah.
you gotta do it too. Peer
We're
pressure.
all jumping off the bridge.
Can I make a persuasion roll?
Sure, you can persuade him, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
everyone
say
do
you're
it.
gonna have disadvantage because he's really against it right now.
I'm okay with that. How about a 2?
2. I'm sorry, it just doesn't sound like something I'm willing to do right now. Plus, I've got a cart to fix. Could you offer me some help?
Can I take a short rest? Like, I look terrible right now.
Gosh, so many people are so lazy all the time.
It's not all of us, it's just the dwarves.
I'll just
He scoffs at you.
I'll just pull this guy up by his head. He's like, if you remember, I was fighting this guy. You know, he's not too happy with me.
What do
Fine.
you mean he's dead?
Take your rest. I'll start getting some of the metal bits put back into shape.
You know what I think will cheer you up? I pull out the tankard.
That probably will cheer me up. Yeah. Something running down his beard. Okay, so it looks like Orin takes his drink and he starts heading back up as Bagmore is finishing his rest. Over the course of those several minutes, if there's anything any of you want to do or talk about or move on, like Obu has gone out and is kind of helping gather parts of the cart at this point.
I was gonna look over at Willow again. I don't know, and sort of walk away from Amron and I don't know if we leave this with them. I don't know what this is, and
I don't
we know it's tied to at least the ray boom thing I have. And you didn't see it, did you? You didn't touch it.
I'm not touching that thing.
Yeah, it's those. And if they're coming back,
They were nice the first time, but
what if she's got one of those dogs in her head?
oh no.
Remember yeah. Maybe that's why she's so up on this thing.
But she does seem like she doesn't know what it does.
It could just be a very convincing act.
True.
I mean, I've never had a four-legged brain thing in my head. I don't know what it knows and what it doesn't know.
Fair. Good
There's
point.
only one way to find out if she's got one in there.
I don't think we can do that.
Are you guys having this like open conversation, or is it?
No, this is telepathically because I can't talk right now.
So Kopik is saying this out loud,
Oh,
like
great.
whispering to her because I can't talk mentally to her.
You can only go one way.
I don't know. We never confirmed that.
Silas and Bagmore, you would see Kopik do this at one point.
I'm gonna be like, well, for me it was more like this.
Motorboating them?
No, they were. I was the victim here. Okay, I will not be made into a perpetrator.
Ooh.
I don't know if we can.
Did we
I think we need to take this away from
confer
them.
my notes? Did we know that they were
Well,
looking for
wouldn't
a
want
weapon?
Wouldn't want the stone, like
The
the frost
mind
giants, to be like,
flayers?
oh hey, thanks.
I'm gonna be
No, to,
honest
like,
and say I don't
don't
remember
remember.
what you guys know
Fighters.
because it's been so long.
She's
Did
all
we know that they were
weird.
looking for some type of weapon?
Yeah.
We
It's-
did.
Why didn't she tell us what she
I
saw?
don't know how we deduced
Also,
that.
isn't
but
it kind of
somehow
weird how she just kind of
we know that.
just guided?
I
towards
cannot
it?
remember.
She was guided towards it.
She knew
100%.
exactly where it was.
I don't think she even knows.
Our
guidance.
notes have gotten so extensive.
Yeah, I have to find where they are.
That's a good point. She knew it was here.
She may
She
have not
led us
known
here.
it was here, but she knew
We did the
something
mind
was here.
flayers when?
About 10 sessions ago.
Right. Great,
That
Can
would
I-
have been at least a year ago.
here's a year ago.
Begmore and Kopik have now figured out that she is 100% in league with these creatures and led us here for some nefarious purpose.
What if she's a penguin?
My God, where is that stupid penguin?
Oh wait, you guys did have the penguin with you, right?
Yuka.
Yuka's here. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Here's Yuka.
Did Yuka get eaten by anybody?
No, Yuka just stood in the background and was trying to avoid everything that was taking place, and has been very, very quiet.
Have we been able to successfully complete a short rest or not yet?
Yes,
Okay.
I would say yes. You got your short rest. If anybody wanted to short rest here, if you needed a short rest, you can spend hit dice or whatever it is that you need to take your rest.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, they crashed their
Then
ship in the
8,
attempt to
9.
recover
I'm
a
gonna spend them all.
weapon.
Okay, so you guys do
I
have that
specifically wrote that
specific
down.
weapon. Yep, yep.
It is the blinking dot on their map.
How far back is that in your notes?
That would be on 9/9.
Of what year?
Is that 23 or 22?
22 because
I
we were in the
don't
other
know.
house when we did.
No, we weren't. We were here.
It started
it started in the
it
other
started in
house,
the
yeah.
other
Did it
house.
really?
It did because remember it was a Halloween episode because we were all
20.
dressed up.
Yeah.
And we brought the dry ice out to go underneath it. Remember when you were in
And we
the
took the picture at the front door of the old house.
Yeah, we took the picture. Yeah, so that was 2 Halloweens ago.
So,
That would be
'Cause Ben
2022.
was,
57.
Yeah.
So it could have been the session even before that, whenever you kind of discovered
It's this
that.
many pages.
That's wow. It's nostalgia, folks.
and one insane note taker.
62.
You're
So,
welcome. You're welcome, everybody.
would Willow share that this is a weapon?
Would that be?
This is where it was on the map.
Is that something that I could deduce from what we've learned? See, I don't know what he saw or what he saw. I only know what Kopic shared.
Yeah, you would only know what
109
Kopic
would be-
shared, so you know there's a connection, but you're not 100% sure if this is. I mean, you've got some connection points, but to like definitely say would be difficult. Kind of like the same situation as you trying to figure out if this is an ore or something like that when it came from
Yeah.
who knows where.
But is this where the dot on the map was?
If you guys remember
comes
from
here?
that blinking, this is the
Yeah.
area where that
Okay.
was from.
So this is what they've been looking for,
Okay.
possibly.
Creepy.
So this is
Cameron, what's the goal of bringing this back to the site for the?
And please don't just say
For your group.
research.
Yeah. What do you hope to accomplish with this?
Well, do you see what it has done to this place?
Yeah. Yes, obviously,
Great.
but not good.
Well, it's not, but do you believe that possibly this type of power could be used for good?
Ha! I've heard that story before. What good could possibly come from this thing?
Ice cream shop.
To be
Keep
honest,
talking.
Oh, I thought we were brainstorming here. Sorry.
to be honest, we don't know yet. But you have gathered amongst you some of the most intelligent arcane minds that this world has to offer. I'm sure we can figure it out.
Are they having? Can we all hear this conversation?
I mean, she's not trying to hide what she's saying.
Can I insight this? Because
Yeah, sure.
so I'm just gonna be like, I'm also gonna ask her like, how did you just kind of have the intuition to come down here where this rock was?
Okay. She looks at you and says, well, what brought me here
Yeah.
was the fact that I felt guilty
Mm-hmm.
about saying no to Orin and coming back to help him reclaim his things. Because, I'll be honest, I'm partially to blame for the cart damage because I was here with him at the time. Have you ever done that to any of your companions or friends?
I've never felt guilty and found a magical rock by,
Well, it
innate-
seems that I must be just a little bit in tune to
I
those
mean-
arcane things that happen.
And at that point, I'd like to insight.
I want to insight check what she said about.
Being guilty, blah blah blah.
No. The using it for good.
Okay, sure.
In my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Natural one.
Great.
Natural one.
If you had halfling's luck, you could have re-rolled
You
that.
could have.
A little halfling riding
yeah.
on lightning.
Yeah, what would happen to... You could re-roll again and see what happened if you were a halfling.
Alright, was a halfling. 14.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's
shameless
crazy.
plug. Tune into our Eberron stream.
Right,
19.
19.
Because I know last time she wasn't being exactly truthful.
It seems like she's being honest to you.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm just really amazed by like your insight. Like because here's the thing, right? So I try to look for runic things. So at this point, he's just gonna like innately trust her a little bit more,
Okay.
and so now he's gonna genuinely be asking her like, when you go exploring, what kind of things do you look for to catch on? Because I didn't even notice the purple light until it was like a really, really big speck. Really tiny speck.
Let's just say when you spend years and years around magical items,
Tattooed
magical
face.
essences,
Yeah.
and around teachers who have spent years and years around these same kind of things, you have a natural pull towards the weave of magic. It almost becomes a feeling
Mm-hmm.
in your soul that guides you and helps you and leads you in those directions. One day you might feel the same.
I'll just go to ask.
So I'd definitely like to talk to you more about that sometime, because that's really interesting.
Absolutely. I'd love to share.
Yeah. Okay.
He wants to share it.
There's a
Sharing
whole
things.
lot of you people in this camp. You're saying you want to use it for good.
Well,
Are you
there's
the one in charge?
there's really only 5 of us, but yes.
Ooh, and they're from every nation too. They're gonna fight.
Right. There are people from other
No, we should go to
realms.
this nation. No, we should go to my nation. I already see where this is going.
It's just like one of the Avatar Last Airbender situations.
And it doesn't matter.
None of the nations can be trusted with this power alone.
So, and just murder everybody. So
Well, that's why there's a cohort. That's why we're in this together. So we can keep the peace.
Assuming one of you doesn't betray the rest.
Well, why would
That's
any
why
of
they-
us do that?
Why would you?
I have no reason to.
Well,
unlimited power.
if you're a part of
Insight
your kingdom's,
Sign again?
Yeah.
You can't.
if you're part of your kingdom's, military, or if you work for the ruler,
19.
19? Just being honest.
any number of reasons somebody would betray their their cohorts to gain power and prestige for themselves.
Mr. Kopic, have you ever heard of the terms faith and trust?
And pixie dust.
Let's just say that I do have faith and I do trust. I do understand. There is always someone that is willing to betray another. But,
Yes, we're dealing with multiple kingdoms that are doing that right now.
right, but you have representatives here.
That may or may not be a member of one of said kingdoms.
Do you believe one of our, or multiples of our individuals are not representing who they say they represent?
No, I'm worried they are representing who they say they represent.
Where did you say you were from again?
I didn't.
Interesting.
I'm from a boat.
You're from.
I'm from the boat.
Yes, I understand.
She told us where she was from, right?
She did. I cannot.
Right, probably.
I'll have to pull it up from my note, but I have it in
The
here.
The Shadowlands.
I
that
did
Simba-
not write this
There's
one.
one that's from that's from north of Westfall where we started. There's one that's from way
Emrin,
out in the west, one that's east.
Amalia.
I
It was a
don't know.
country very far away, small and secluded.
Rhymes with Somalia.
Yeah, it's Somalia minus the S.
Sus. Small.
She even on our map? Is that country even on our map?
Well, your map doesn't really show it's not like a map you'd see in a school. It doesn't have all the labels on it. It's just land masses. There's not really
It's just so it's the test.
Does our navigator's map have it on there?
it's a test. It's,
Yeah.
it's exactly the test. That's what it is. The only one that had labels on it was the smaller one that you guys had. You guys remember when you first got the boat? It had this map, and this had labels on it. But this isn't the world map. This is the map that they
Area.
had, that they were kind of on a limited scale. This boat didn't travel outside of this realm, so to speak. But then you
And
guys
it's not on
started to.
that. It's not on
And
that.
this one doesn't have any labels. It's just this is the world kind of deal. And you guys are currently over in this area right here.
And where do we know where Amalia would fall on the map?
Where would fall on the
Where
map?
she's from, that kingdom she's from would be?
She never gave you any indication, so you guys wouldn't know. She just said really far away, small and secluded.
Wow.
So as far as we know, her country doesn't exist.
That's,
Well,
that's
there's
the
not
information
much
she
we're
gave.
gonna
And like,
that's what.
and two, you got to think this is a very primitive time where not everybody knows everything of the world. So even in Westbridge, even the books in the library or whatever may not have like geography or of the entire world. It hasn't been like
Yeah, like I read that.
yeah.
You know what's really cool? Leeches in the book.
Kopic is convinced her country doesn't exist. She's a fake.
I will go help.
Or her
You'll help with
country
the
is a
cart?
dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
All right.
she's
So
a fake.
Silas makes his way up to the cart to help kind of speed things up. As you're up there, Orin kind of carries on kind of like a small conversation with you. Is like, I think once we get this thing all worked out, I'm going to follow the other tracks and reclaim my property. I think it's more important possibly that you guys watch over this item, but if you want to join me, I'm more than willing.
Was he part of the like mages group? Like, is he?
He is part of the mages group, yes.
So,
All those members that you ran into,
Yeah.
they're all mages of that group, yeah.
and the supplies that they lost, was it like food rations and stuff? Or like
Food, wine, some
potions,
ale, and all his implements to his alchemist supplies to be able to make potions. Because the reason he asked you guys to come is he can make potions to help you in your fight against Ice Breath.
Well, okay.
Oops.
Good luck, I guess.
You're the worst.
I don't really. I mean, I'd rather just you come back and we've got money. We can replace your supplies.
Well, what are you going to buy him?
Well, yeah,
Corner store.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've had those tools and I'm quite fond of them. They're
you seem like you can handle it.
Let's go get our tools.
I
From the
can
wall.
try. I just I'm one of the types that I feel like this is going to be a situation where I'm going to need to be very convincing, and I'm not sure I'm the most convincing individual. I could hold a flame, so to speak, and he kind of holds out his hand in a fire, like. But I don't know if I would want to do that against this band of individuals. I think they can be reasoned with. I just don't feel like that's not my forte.
I don't really know if we could just hand you a lump of gold and say trade them, because I don't think they really need gold around here.
Yeah, there's really no place to use it, but unless they're hoarding it for the future, I don't know. Or perhaps using it to suffice for Ice Breath.
Ice Breath did want magical items.
Magical items. Yes.
Would these bandits probably be the same ones that tried to attack us when we first got here?
What can you describe to me again what those bandits were like?
Partially seafaring. Wore a lot of leathers, furs and stuff, and I don't remember much else. about
Caged animals.
them. Well, those were the poachers, but
Under
the
mine.
ones that were that you helped us with first.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that held you hostage.
Boo.
I described them.
There you go.
He
There
kind of looks
go.
at you and he's like, that doesn't meet their description. And I think this is kind of like just a small band of just something has changed them. They're shape changers of some sort.
Okay. Well, let's fix the cart for now. We'll make a decision before
Hey.
we part ways.
Ugh, that ale was good. I think I need about 5 more. He continues working. We transition back to this group. Anything you guys would be doing in the meantime
How
is
tall is this thing? Like, how long is it now that's laying down?
what would you guys say?
Like 10, 15 feet?
15, 20.
Probably about
Like
15.
15
it
on
to
one side,
scale
20 on the other.
Yeah, that's right.
You're going to look at Big Man. Look. So what do you think if we take off my robe? sort of loop it around the butt end of it. And you and I just sort of drag it up the ice.
I was kind of thinking the same thing because I also have rope.
Then we can do 2 ropes, each hold one rope in one hand.
We could intertwine the ropes so they're stronger.
I mean, if you think
Because
it's
that's
necessary.
how ropes made. So you know,
I've never made ropes, so no.
Should have been a sailor.
You did have some training in knot tying. You remember a long
Oh, that's
time
right.
ago.
Yeah, that's right.
You were the only
No, Obu also didn't keep up with it. That was the thing from the comment from last time.
Yeah, Obu
Yeah,
didn't really.
Obu.
Yeah, Obu was. She kind of let it go, so she doesn't.
I'll tie the ropes together so I can.
Okay, yeah, sure. The whole time, like Amber is like really like watching you guys and saying, she'll every now and then she'll put it. Please be careful.
Also, let's get the smith tools from the wall.
Oh yeah, you pull your
Oh,
smith tools out of the wall, your chisels and your other devices that you guys had.
I'm gonna while I'm doing this because just I guess physical labor. I can be used to. I can walk and chew gum at the same time, right? So I'm gonna be pulling on this. So I'm gonna be like, hey, so sword guy. I've never caught your name. Do you have a name?
You're saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Copic.
That was a
Take
good one.
inspiration.
No, not you. My sword.
So you don't get a response.
Oh, now we're shy. That's crazy. Be like, well, where are you from? Not Kovic.
I'm assuming that you just yelled at me for it, so.
What's your favorite color? What NPC? No.
Amber
How many class levels
Amber
do you
says
have?
purple. Of
Yeah.
course. Amber looks at you. Who is he talking to?
So I'm gonna see if I have to I'm still gonna be pulling with one hand, but then I'm gonna put my hand on the hilt and pull it out
Okay.
to see if I need to be doing that to talk to it. I'm just gonna repeat my questions, but
The
quieter.
minute you unsheath it, you hear, "Show me the villain."
Who's the villain?
This rock.
That's what I'm asking you. Who is
Oh.
the villain?
Well, I'd be like,
Plunge me deep into their heart.
okay, what should I call you?
It doesn't matter. Right
What?
now,
Oh, one of these guys. Okay.
right now, I'm superior.
Where are you from? So I know where to. I don't know.
I'm from this blade.
Not much of a conversationalist. And then I'll lean back into it.
Right, so you guys keep on pulling it. Honestly, it's not too difficult as it slides across the ice. The ice definitely helps you in this situation. It's
And you made
heavy.
it all slidey.
I did.
Yeah.
It's heavy, but yeah, and you with the help of you made like
All the
a
water.
you guys have to walk to the sides. You can't walk where the water's streaming down from the water slide, but it does make it easier to pull it up. So you guys don't have to make a roll. You guys are strong enough. You guys are able to kind of pull it up to the top, where it looks as if Silas, after quite a bit of time, as you guys are doing all this takes a little bit of time to do it all, but you guys are able to get this, because even at the top of the cave, you still had to drag it quite a bit of distance to get to where the cart was. But eventually you guys arrive where the cart is, and it looks like Obu and Orin and Silas are putting kind of like the finishing touches on what is going to work as a cart. It doesn't look like it did before. Most of the side pieces are missing, so they had to kind of like makeshift it to make it work. But it looks like the axle is sufficient enough that it will be able to go without like being the grocery cart with the bad wheel in Walmart or whatever, you know. Because you're bound to get that one every single time.
Thank the gods it's not green.
But yeah, he's got it kind of put together, put the finishing touches on, and kind of looks over and says, "Well, we got it ready. How are we going to get it into the cart?"
That's what we're here for.
put it down, and do we have
Just lift it up. You grab one side, I grab the other.
I'll grab
There
one
you go.
side,
Okay.
Well, at that point, you're probably about the same height as me. You're just a little taller.
Probably a little taller, yeah.
and just to egg him on a little, I'll like shift the weight so it's a little more on him. But if I think it's too much, I'll drop and accept it.
So are you both like grabbing the rock to pick it
Yes.
up?
Of
course
Okay.
I
Figure if it.
I am. I can't speak for him.
Oh, I'm right there with you. Figuring if the carts, we gotta go on like one on one side, one on the other, and just pick up and.
Okay, here's what I would like to do.
Hey, Amron,
I'm going to
catch.
try something really weird. This is going to be crazy. I
was
want
crazy.
you to both... We're going to do some like collaborative storytelling right here where this is going to get a little muddy, but I want to try it and see how it works. So I want you both
Let's make them regret
I
this.
want you to both think of a memory for your characters, but I want you to find a way that they intertwine and you guys tell them together as if you're in the same memory. Is there a way that you guys can do that? Can we do that like as we just...
He's specific rimming us.
yeah,
here's-
basically, yeah, you guys are like...
We're going into the drift together.
You're going
and
into
we
the drift together. That's right.
gotta- Yeah, if you want to start with something with frost giants, that's.
And then wherever you guys can yes and each other, like that would be the...
Oh, sorry, I got itch. Sorry, viewers at home. You know.
Oh, and Willow, by the way, Rowan would be joining
Yeah.
you guys as you guys come out of the cave, flying around.
Did you tell anybody what you saw or no?
I
did
would have
not.
probably told you on the way up, and just like out loud.
So it sort of is. We're having that conversation going up, and Coffee sort of laughing about it, having similar experiences dealing with frost giants from his tribe. Just once bends down to go pick it up, has that again as that flash sort of comes in that moment of seeing it. Sitting around in a room, again, similar sort of look to his first memory, where it's like that, almost like a battle pit in the middle of it. But you're all sitting off to the side and you're discussing different combat techniques. And then a couple of people are going down and demonstrating them. Some of the smaller guys throwing the bigger guys around.
And then I would have had a similar memory, similar memory of like donning armor and like honestly just getting punched by frost giant
Okay.
to make sure I can withstand like basically like a bludgeoning type of an attack. So it's not just the armor, but I can actually physically withstand it. But it would be next to like a fighting pit. Where they teach you how to fight.
All right, I'm going to interrupt you right there. When you get punched by this frost giant and you have the sensation of like flying backwards, there's this like, there's an impact. You get like thrust back into something, almost as if it was like a person, and you feel this slimy sensation over the back of your head, and you can see that there's these like purplish like strands of tentacle kind of come over the edge of you. And you're wearing an octopus wig. That's right. But you don't feel any pain or anything. It's just like the sensation of these, and you just hear this voice in your mind that says, "Not much longer now. You're well within our grasp." And you are on the other side of the fighting pit, witnessing this, but you can see that there are several of these silhouetted individuals starting to appear, and they're coming out of this fog. And they're wearing they're very tall, they're wearing these long, dark cloaks that have the piercing, large collars kind of popped, and they're coming out of the darkness. And you see one that almost looks like he's more flamboyantly like dressed, almost floating, hovering, coming closer, and comes to the middle of the fighting pit and just does a slow rotation, kind of pointing his finger, his long lanky finger around everyone standing around. And then you watch as all the people that you are surrounded by in your memory like bow to one knee. And this is odd to you guys, watching a bunch of like giants like
Never.
No, this ain't happening.
just bowing down like this. And you hear in your minds, good. And it looks directly at you and says, the destruction of your world is imminent. Only a matter of time. And then you guys get that sensation, and you guys are blasted away from the device, and the device slams down onto the ground behind the. One of you probably slams into a tree and slides down, and the other one gets tossed into a massive pile of snow. And you hear everyone go, "Oh my goodness, no!" as you drop it onto the ground. How do you guys respond?
Well, we knew that was coming.
I'll take the tree.
To you guys, it was almost instantaneous. Like they picked it up and boom, they got tossed away from it.
Are you okay?
Kopic is probably still buried under the snow, just laying there for a minute.
I'll go over to where he's kind of melt the snow a little bit.
Okay.
Help him out.
Melting the snow out, yeah.
You okay, Kopic? Softer landing this time.
Yeah, not any better though. They're multiplying. They made giants and people bow before them. This is too dangerous to leave with them.
I think we have a problem.
They also want to blow up our world.
Okay, yes, we could have gotten there. How you doing over there? What'd you hit? I hit snow.
Is this getting worse every time we touch it? Do we need to stop touching
Well,
it?
I only have 2 points of reference, so I don't really know.
I have no idea.
Well,
What's that
you
principle?
see?
You gotta test.
I say we double it and give it to the person who hasn't touched it.
I know how they're going to destroy the world.
How?
But also at the same time, it doesn't make sense because they want to take over the people world from your vision. So that doesn't make sense.
Wait, how are they gonna destroy the world?
Well, you said they're all bowing down to them. Well, are they going to scoop everybody up and then blow up the world? That doesn't make sense.
Oh, maybe not everybody.
Okay. Well, there was
Let you pick up some.
this big ring in the sky in my vision, and it shot a big old laser beam down into this ocean near me and exploded. Seemed like
So
that would
wait.
be terrible. Maybe it's made out of that stuff.
The late.
The ring. It eclipsed the sun.
What if that's what happens when their laser beam hits our water? What if you were right here when this hit, but you were just further enough outside that when it hit, you got blown away instead of caught in the freezing? In which case, this is a very powerful weapon, and we can't give it to magic people. No offense, you two magic people.
Oh, you saying this to them? 'Cause
I'm right
I would be assuming that they wouldn't be a part of this conversation
No,
yet.
Kopic
so-
is in the snow on one side. Begmore went the other way, so he's just yelling.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I guess Amron kind of looks over and Orin looks over and is like, what are you even talking about?
I'll just continue on. Yeah, to keep talking.
Because you can tell they weren't really paying attention. They were looking at you, but then they're they started contemplating, okay, that's not going to work. We need to figure out another way to get this thing in the
Our
car.
quest to save the world is more important than their business.
No, wait. It was like a big fighting pit. And he was wearing one as a hat.
A fighting pit?
Do we know?
No,
Do we know what they're called? They never said what they were called.
We don't know
right?
what they are.
I don't think they ever said what
They
they, were
didn't.
called to you, so you guys wouldn't know.
You know what? My
They went with
sword
snake
didn't want to
jaws.
speak either.
Snake jaws, that's it.
Snake jaw.
There's a lot of squid in the ocean that would
The
call
Squid
them
Games. Yeah.
Squid Bands.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I got nothing
but
better.
he wore Squid Man as a hat.
Okay.
Then from behind him, 7 more came out. And
Happy
then
Pride
the drag queen version came out.
During Pride Month.
He was looking fabulous.
So,
Said, Happy Pride, everybody! But then said, your time is up. Your world will end.
right.
Our time is up.
They'll be here soon.
Yeah, soon.
TM.
But
You know,
how
I
soon
didn't-
is soon?
I didn't even see a watch or anything.
What's a watch? Oh, you mean like a watch? No, there was no guard
like
there.
A clock.
Oh.
Time could have been now.
Well, if the time was soon, and I was a young man back.
I
when
mean,
that
I have
happened.
so many appointments to get to, so If our time's out, like I'm gonna have to make some cancellations.
We can't drag this across the tundra.
Can we like prop it up and then back the cart into it and then pull?
Maybe if you put like a rock, another big rock in front of it, and just pull and like.
I don't think moving it matters.
Did your like little hand
They couldn't touch it
rock have any
Why
power?
are we worried about that?
No, it didn't seem to.
because we're trying.
What if you like try to hand buzz it?
They're trying to
We'll
trying to
give
get
them
into the
vision?
cart. Like they had to
Yeah.
What
pick
if
it
you
up
try
to get
that?
in the cart. So when they picked it up, though,
Do
they
it
had
like,
this
like
vision
the
again.
little clown hand buzzer.
How
Well,
is
it's a
moving it
football
going to
size
help
thing.
us any here?
Copper's gonna run over, take the stone out of his chest,
Okay.
and touch the piece of stone that he took out to the big rock.
Are you doing this openly in front of everybody?
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
He probably would.
Okay.
He already has it. Like, why not?
Okay.
He had that from earlier.
yeah.
100% with deception check. Like,
Okay. Go. Oh, you trying to convince him?
Yeah,
That,
like,
okay.
well, we actually had a piece. Of
We
something.
found this.
I'm gonna say you have disadvantage on this deception check.
I am also going to try to be buying into the lie for them.
Okay.
Like,
So
yeah,
It's still an 18.
18. Okay. Okay. And they kind of like are looking at it. Go, well, where did you get it?
you didn't
Found it.
see it?
We
It must have been the
Pawn
fight.
shop.
at the pawn shop.
Yeah,
And Owen's like, why didn't you tell us that you had it?
we thought you saw it.
I didn't.
We're just-
I didn't
you're
realize
just
what
clearly-
it was until I had that crazy vision with all the Squid Man.
Yeah, I mean you're clearly surprised. We thought you saw what we all saw.
We thought we were the only ones that had a piece of this.
Well, we've seen the Squidman before on the other side of the
Yeah.
other continent. We haven't told you about that part either. We have pretty amazing adventures.
A lot of boats.
We found the
apparently.
Squidman in their
I'm looking at
house,
you
and they
right
had a
now.
blinking light that let us.
Oren looks at Amber. What Squidman? What are they talking about? I don't know what that means.
There's purple
Okay.
people with tentacles on their chin.
They like to take
One-eyed,
people.
one-oared,
They
flying
rip their
purple
heads
people
open. They
eater.
stick puppies in their brains, and then they stitch them back up.
Just because you guys did that all together, I'm gonna give you guys one too. That was, somebody clip that.
Good.
That's on you, Ramsey. Whenever you watch this.
You
All-
should still have your Mother's
I
Day
do.
D20. that
All
you
I'm
didn't
saying
spend.
is, all the people who's had visions were doing this, and you didn't. So maybe I think the Rock makes us do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't do it.
Anything happen when I touch a rock back to it?
When you have the rock in your hand and you're touching the other rock
How
with
do
it.
magnets work?
I didn't think that through, but yes.
Nothing seems to happen. Like, are you trying to put it back in its original place?
No, like wherever it's
Okay.
glowing purple on the big rock, I'm just taking this just like I did with the energy cell and just sort of sticking it.
It just seems to just like sit there. You don't get a vision. Nothing seems to happen. You have some kind of buffer there. It's
Try your fuel cell up against your little rock.
Take the fuel, take the fuel cell out.
Is it still full?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you might
Nothing
wanna fire
seems
a
to
shot.
happen.
Okay.
I was
Put
trying
everything
to.
back in.
I was trying to convince him to try to use it like a clown hand buzzer.
Have a vision, Oren.
Congratulations, nightmares.
That's a good idea. Craft it into a ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Here's a horrible vision.
And you also fall down a flight of stairs.
Or out a window if you aim it right.
Thrown off the castle wall.
Yeah.
I could be the king of Westfall.
King, I thought I had a duke.
Eh,
Whatever, you can make it.
come home with a rock like that, you're king.
So you don't want to keep this thing?
No, I think we need to keep it.
I think you need to touch a rock
I don't want to touch
to
that
really understand what we're all going through right now.
You have a vision and then squid
See,
people
like-
come out and then you go boom and fly away.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You don't need to touch it. But why are you saying we don't need this? Yeah, you do.
I'm not saying we don't need it. I'm saying why are we worried about moving this when we should be worrying about what's coming for it?
Because we don't want to leave it here, because then we're not going to be here, and then the things that'll come here for it will just take it. If it's with us, they got to go through us to get it.
Are you guys having this open conversation? Okay.
Well, I'm still telepathically.
Oh, you're
I'm
still-
assuming I'm just zinging them to everybody.
But they can probably, like, with that conversation, they can probably
Piece it together.
deduce what you guys are kind of having the conversation about. But
I think it's
Amber
fine to-
like
so-
speaks up and says, the reason that we need to move it is because all of our arcane implements are in our camp right now. If we can get this to our camp, then we can use all of our resources to study it.
I
Does
also
your dome thing protect you from squidmen?
Are you willing to draw
I
those
don't
things straight
know.
to you?
I have.
Yeah.
You're putting a marker on yourself
Literal
for enemies to come.
Literal
and take it
marker.
from you.
including the frost giants.
I don't know.
Do you fear these squid men?
Now I do.
Well, they
I
killed her cousin.
He got better though.
what?
Yeah, we had to bring him back to life.
I'm sorry about your cousin.
He's
Oh,
okay
he's
now.
fine.
Oh, he's okay
He's
now.
good now. We
He got better.
We got a bunch of people to fix it
Not better.
with some energy drinks. Don't worry.
They turned that one into a penguin.
What you mentioned?
Yuka.
You did not. Oh no, you did say because you said you were saying out loud even though she was.
Yeah.
You mentioned brain dogs.
Yeah.
What's
So we ran into these squidmen in the desert before we fought the blue dragon. And the squidmen had people that they had turned into their servants that when you beat them up and killed them, a four-legged dog thing that looked like a brain jumped out of their head and then tried to kill you.
Yes.
okay? Because here's the
Hashtag
thing.
no lie.
Yeah, here. I just have to check because the dragon penguin. I'm just making sure.
Right. So you've been around the penguin for a minute now, right? Can you make sure that it's not an AC of 25?
Yes, I can actually. I'm going to spend a minute of the penguin.
Oh my god. Let me see a
Its strength
second.
score is 30.
I gotta pull up.
Its con score is 45. It's got 800 hit points.
It has
Guys, we're going to want to run.
it has 30 levels of
He
dragon.
has that fighter thing where you can
Oh
tell when we think you
my
piss the dragon down.
gosh. You guys are way overpowered.
What's worse is, I've had this for how long? I just
Yeah.
completely forgot about it. How often does Copper
He's
accused
looking
that thing of
up
being a
stat
dragon?
block.
For
I don't
a
know if it's
penguin.
for penguin or for ancient
Or
blue
dragon.
Are you ready?
It's one of the two.
Or for mind
so,
flayers.
So you said strength, dex, con.
Yep.
Strength,
2.
pretty strong, 15.
Wow.
Dex, 10.
Okay.
Con, 12.
This is suspicious. This is a penguin.
Okay.
And AC
But he
hit
was also
points
a
and then
turtle
class
at one
levels.
point.
Armor class, 17.
No.
Hit,
Don't kill my
hit
penguin.
points, 22.
Okay, that
Okay.
checks out a little bit.
But a 17 natural armor.
It's more
Skill
magic.
level is probably...
It doesn't have class levels. You can say no. It's
doesn't technically have class levels.
okay. So Kopic's gonna
Has 22
after-
levels of dragon.
just gonna walk over and grab Yuka by the throat and pick her up. And say, I'm just realizing there's something off about you.
Just now. Topic, that penguin's been with us for days.
And
You
Kopic's
stabbed
gonna
me
start-
like twice. There's something off about you.
Kopic is gonna start walking towards the stone. I'm gonna tell you what you are, or I'm gonna stick you against this rock.
Don't stick me against the rock.
Hey,
I'm a penguin.
You
We'll
wizards
find
don't
out
have
real
any.
quick, won't we?
You wizards don't have anything. I say wizards. You magic users don't have anything that can make people reveal themselves if they're. Nope.
I do have.
There was something about you that's just. I could punt a penguin 30 yards and I couldn't hit you if I wasn't
As a
paying
player, I
attention.
thought Moonbeam did that.
I'm still moving towards the stone.
Well, Yuka doesn't really have a means of getting out of your grasp. So I mean, she's
So,
fluttering around,
Doesn't
but
say anything.
I will specifically direct this more towards you and Willow because Obu has been sticking up for that stupid penguin the entire time.
yeah. I mean, Obu would not be happy about this situation.
Oh, I'm
She
not
would
happy.
definitely be demanding that you put the penguin down.
Yep.
I can.
And Amron's
Obu-
back there just going, "What is going on? Why are they carrying around
Obu
the
can-
talking penguin?"
Obu can dispel magic.
So
I have something.
Obu can
Is it
dispel
on
magic.
my card?
Okay.
Can we convince collectively to say that we have Obu cast dispel magic on? She's trying to.
It's that
prove
second
the point.
paragraph.
He's not
Oh,
the dragon.
If you dispel it,
interesting.
I won't
not
kill
know
it.
that.
We'll see what the stone
So
does.
if you hit a dragon with it, it's polymorphed.
Can you can raise the level of dispel magic? I don't know how how strong the spell is.
I think it's
If
the
there
third
is,
level.
if there, yeah, it starts at third, but I can go up more. I'll try it at 4th level.
4th level.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you read the description of Dispel Magic for me?
Choose a creature, object, or magical effect within range. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target. Oh wait. When you cast a spell using a 4th level spell slot or higher, you automatically end the effects of a spell on the target if the spell's level is equal to or less than the target spell.
Otherwise, it's a roll.
Otherwise, it's the roll. So it would be spellcasting ability 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay.
DC.
Let me double check one thing.
Double check. What's there to double check?
There's something affecting this there, penguin.
Okay. Okay. You cast it at 4th level.
Yeah.
All right. Obu standing over the penguin's fine. Like you guys kind of convince her. Just fine. I'll just do it.
Still holding it. I lower it down so it's easier for her on her level.
Still kind of holding it up in the
Cut
air.
it by the neck though, so it can't.
So Obu starts to cast her incantations, starts to speak the magical words, and all of a sudden the flipper of the penguin like goes, and out pops a greenish arm, and then the other flipper like and she's like sparkling with this magical energy now, and she comes up and another arm pops out, and then all of a sudden she starts to get heavy.
Look like him. His arms.
The arms kind of look similar.
That's what happened last time.
And you guys watch as all of a sudden a younger female turtle appears in your grasp, and she's freaking heavy. This is the mass of the turtle is a big humanoid, and the weight of the shell and all the.
As I'm going down, as I'm losing weight, just right down to the ground.
Okay.
Staying on the neck, pushing her down. 'Cause this is not a penguin. I told you it wasn't a penguin.
Point at it.
You don't know what it is yet.
I don't care.
It's a turtle.
It was a penguin 10 seconds ago.
Do you just like threaten your party members as soon as
all the time.
Yes.
Bigmore is going to start
Gonna look
rethinking
down
his
at
life
you something.
choices?
What are you?
Look over
Well,
next.
do they know? That's the real question. Do they know what they are?
Where am I? Why am I being held down into snow?
Welcome to the ice vortex.
The ice vortex.
Sounds like an arena.
What are you all talking about?
Why were you pretending to be a penguin?
Do you remember snow?
I don't. Where?
Give her a minute. Let go.
No, we don't know what she is yet.
I slap him with a
Ow.
I mean it.
It's the whole Rafiki.
Yeah.
You don't remember who you are.
What is your name?
I think it's Sylvia, but it's where am I?
Boink on top of the head.
Ow!
I
What?
bump him right on top.
Hey, let's. I think
Let her
you don't even
I
have to
think we know
roll, it
what's
just
going
happens.
on.
Oh no, I want to hurt him.
See if you can break his armor class. That's the
I
problem.
did. I hit 22.
That'll break, yeah.
Oh yeah, so he's trying to do damage to you.
1 point. in it.
What?
I stoked 3, so I think nothing.
Okay.
Stop it.
Kopic will let go of her throat, but is keeping one hand like on the midsection, just keeping her on
Kopic.
her black.
Let her up.
What?
Let her breathe. Just
She
be
can
on,
breathe.
Just be on
She
guard.
was a penguin a second ago. Now she's a turtle. Leave her alone.
You hear
Maybe she's not a turtle. Maybe
She's
you're
not a
just
dragon anymore.
you guys hear Amryn talking to Orin in the background going, "Oh, so the penguin was a turtle," and they're just,
Like commentators.
they're just
in the
just
background.
kind of like sitting back there watching this whole
Like the two
situation.
Muppets up
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
So you can make magic just stop.
That's directed to Obu. I guess.
Obu, yeah, Obu
Oh.
can.
Yeah.
So I guess this will.
Obu
still
would kind of be like, "I guess I can."
So this will still be directed.
He'd never done it before.
This will still be directed to Obu. Like, could you make this magic stop long enough for us to get it on the cart? Then
I could try.
But
We'll come back to that.
does this turtle person have any weapons on them that I can see?
No, it just seems to be like basic
A knife.
clothing, not even any armor, or like it looks like the armor that you were getting was because of the shell and things of that nature. But looks like just standard, common like clothing,
Take my hand off, step back,
standard for a turtle, I guess.
get the
What they can
plasma
wear.
rifle out. Point blank, just right there.
No, I try and like knock it out of his hand.
Okay, dude,
Let's not get too.
He just kinda-
hasty. Let's
Will
say
don't be on guard. I'm on guard.
I'm gonna drop my fire elemental form and
Oh,
roll.
finally.
Well, yeah,
it was getting too warm out
yeah, it's getting toasty.
There's just massive holes in the snow.
there's being on
I'm gonna
guard,
walk up
and
to her and
then
put a hand
there's
on her and
actively
just
threatening someone's
try
life.
to help calm her down.
She
No,
looks
this
at
is
you and
actively
like,
threatening.
Thank you. What's his problem?
Calm down.
He's really excited that you're like him. He's just a little twitchy, so you gotta watch out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Just
try to
be
smack
kind
you
of just move slowly, and he'll be fine.
Why do they keep? Why does he keep hitting that one?
I swing back at you with this as a flood out and just sort of
Basically, these two have just shifted in the background and are like fist fighting each other.
He tries to hit me and hits the armor. I'm hitting him with the butt end of the plasma rifle.
I leave him alone. Sylvia.
Yeah. What who?
Silas.
Silas.
Cover arm and
She stands up. And says, what is going on? Like, where are we? And what's happened?
Yuka.
You can.
Who's this Yuka you keep talking about?
It's you.
It's your first time.
Me.
You're Yuka.
I'm Yuka.
No, she's Sylvia.
I thought I was Sylvia.
No, she was
Am I
just
Yuka?
Got frozen.
They're frozen. So this is our island. This is home. Gosh, where's
One of the few survivors.
where's the tribes? Where's the families? Where are all our friends and companions?
You can take him
I'm
to
gonna-
see him.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab her hand and show her towards the caves.
Oh, you gonna walk to the caves? It'll take you a few minutes to take her and show her. Okay.
But are we really just going to let
Do
them
you-
go
do you-
off alone?
Yes.
I'm good.
Yes.
He's fine. They need this.
I don't trust it.
You have bigger turtles to fry.
No, I don't. Those are the two biggest turtles I know.
You've
Actually, that's not true. I've seen Marlin. He's
You've
pretty
seen
fat
me
too.
teleport like great distances.
He can run away.
Really
He's
fast.
fine.
If I need to get away, I'll be okay.
So yeah, you guide her to this tunnel, and you can see the remnants of a fire elemental creating a slide down there. So you guys have to carefully walk to the side, so you're not like running through the water in frozen sections where you slip and fall and break a hip. And you guide her
I'm just gonna
in, and
show her.
yeah, there's as soon as you walk in, there's a gasp like from her. She stops and is just like in shock for a moment, and slowly kind of walks towards like the body of Don Quo and some of the other individuals. And she like speaks to you. Says, that's Don Quo. He was one of the tribe leaders.
I spoke to his
Spirit.
spirit. They're trapped. Their spirits are trapped. And he told me to take a step in a short stick that I just wept.
It's the Goliath whacking stick.
Don Quo asked me to help free their bodies from the ice, of which is going to be a
Free their souls.
You know what this means, right? You've been past the staff of tribal chief.
great. More people
no.
believe.
Admiral Chief.
And
Yep.
at that
And
point,
the-
like
Yeah.
she goes down and she like goes to one knee and says,
He's gonna be the mind flayer.
"You are now the leader of our tribe."
Well, that's a burden and a big responsibility.
I hate that
What?
none of us are witnessing this.
I will do my best. It might just be the three of us. I had a companion, Marland, who is
Marland. Okay.
a tribe of three.
Tribe of three.
I also have a boat.
Marlin's actually a penguin.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to hear that.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, you know what? You might need the plasma
I have a
rifle.
crew and a ship, 2 ships,
3 ships.
3, a lot of ships.
A fleet.
I'm losing track.
I can't hold all these ships.
But I'm from here, but never got to live here. So this is a weird predicament.
Yeah, I'll do-
You're probably older than me, but not. I don't know how time works.
I don't remember much.
Okay.
But and she like looks up towards like that kind of like aquarium of frozen turtles and
Aquarium,
and kind of looks up towards it.
It's like that scene in Ice Age when they walk through and see all the
Yes. Yes.
frozen animals.
That's exactly kind of what it is, yeah. But she looks up towards there and says, I do recognize a lot of these turtles. I don't see any of my family, but they could be. Perhaps they're out there somewhere.
I mean, you were turned into a penguin, so
Are you sure?
unfortunately, yes. Named Yuka for the past
However
20,
long we've been here.
20, 30 years. So
I was a penguin for 30 years?
named Yuka.
What an awful name.
You almost died because our friend thought you were a dragon. So
It's not Kristen.
Someone thought I was a dragon?
sure.
Why would they think that?
I don't know what this so far.
Has nothing to do with the talking penguin that's hard to hit.
Comic, your ears are whistling for some reason.
It's not much a little harder than I thought. That's still ringing.
That's why you need to keep a hat on in the winter, otherwise you'll get like an earache.
So what should we do?
Well,
What do we do now? I mean, I have nothing.
I don't want to put you in harm's way, but
But-
the dragon has made its lair on our island,
Oh.
and it needs to be removed.
It-
We're ready.
And we're gonna do that?
You don't have to.
Oh, thank goodness.
No. Whatever happened here when this thing happened, turned you into a penguin, gave me power over wind and storms, and
You have powers over winds and storms?
I mean,
You just
Yeah, watch.
7th level lightning bolts.
it
Fries
can be bigger
are-
than that.
Yes.
Right up the trail of water.
He looks at you and says, "Well, I want to help if I can in some way. I don't really want to face a dragon, but maybe there's some way that I can help."
Well, let's figure that out together.
Okay.
We'll take you
What's-
back to our ship.
Should I call you Chief?
No, just Cyrus. Well,
You are the worst.
Chief is okay.
Okay. Lead the way,
Admiral.
Chief.
Chief
This
Admiral.
way.
So Sylvia follows you back out. While this is taking place, what are the
My
rest
head
of you like?
swells.
Can't fit out of the cave.
Party Bowser balloon.
I'm gonna ask Obu, like, hey, Obu, if you do the voodoo that you do, can you try to undo this blasting magic for just a small time so we can get on a cart?
I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I just found out today that I could turn a penguin into a turtle.
And we don't know if that's going to be a permanent thing. What if she becomes a penguin again in 5 minutes?
Honestly, if it's a permanent thing, I think a lot of issues go away.
True.
But what if we could make that into a weapon?
Then other people could also use it as a weapon.
Right, unless we have the weapon.
Everyone all over again.
that's it. Yes.
I keep hearing this weird word Everon. I don't.
These weird plot lines just keep on coming up.
Well, I think we should, like, we don't even know if it'll work or not, so I think we should try, because the magic going away,
I'm okay with that.
you know, it might
But
not
that-
be a terrible thing, but it might be just short enough for us to get on the cart, and then it's back to normal, and then we just slide off the cart at the camp. By
What
the
about
way,
the
we
other two
do
crazy
need
people.
to.
Are they going to let us take away it? Wooshy wooshy.
What
Well,
if
they're
we
just
use it
researchers. They're not, you know.
as a trap for the dragon.
Mhm.
Hopefully, convince the dragon of his treasure.
So I'm assuming you have come back to the
Yeah.
group now, okay?
That's what I was saying. Why do we want to move it?
We had to lure the dragon here. The dragon's not gonna leave us here.
I think
My God, look at the size of his head.
I think if anyone is most equipped to defend this rock
It would
while
be
we're
a
away,
dragon.
it's a group of mages.
No.
No.
There's
Who are you looking at?
Any one of them?
Okay, okay.
Amron, Oren.
Oh, you're looking over this.
I agree with Begmore, actually.
Okay.
What?
Do you feel capable of
We
defending
lure
this?
the dragon to the.
Are you talking to Amron?
Yeah.
Amron looks,
I'm not
Of
necessarily saying we're doing that. That probably could work.
Do you have any experience?
But I think at least they
Defending
could guard
things?
Yes.
the rock.
absolutely, and the natural defenses around our camp will help.
How do we
Is this just
do
from
it?
like your average bandit, or is this from something larger?
Squid Man.
With our protections on our camp are specifically designed that we won't have to have any effects from a white dragon.
Fair
But
enough.
what about?
So in other words,
what about a
we
bunch
can't
of?
use it to lure the dragon to their camp because they made their camp dragon-proof.
Well, that's why it's safest to take it there. That's where it will be most protected.
But we
From
need
a
to go
dragon.
What about a bunch of people with
Tentacles for
the
mouths.
squid beard? What about squid beards?
I
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know per se, but I would say that the capabilities of all of our mages that we have gathered from Nebulous Arcanum would be much.
Have we heard them referred to as Nebulous Arcanum before?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
So
I don't know
write
for
that
a
down.
fact, but yeah.
Yeah.
With our powers combined,
The Justice League.
You touched the rock.
I
You
did-
saw the squid face.
You don't know what I saw.
It's because someone didn't want to.
Everyone who touched it has seen the squid face except you.
You don't know if I
I
have
didn't
or
see
have
squid
not.
faces, actually.
Okay,
I did not
did you?
specify what I saw.
Did you?
Did you see the squid face?
It seemed that the arcane gods have chosen me that see some kind of vision that I will keep to myself.
You know what? This is kind of weird that you're asking us to do a lot, but you won't share a little. You know.
What do you mean I'm asking you to do a lot? I've come
Like-
in and I've discovered this object, and you guys came and discovered it with me, and we're helping each other.
Okay, I mean,
That's a wonderful way of speaking it. That's why we're going to put it on the carts and then continue to our next stop and bring it with us.
you know, how about this?
Together.
In exchange for us to put it on
Fair
the
enough.
cart, in exchange for us to actually put it on a cart, you got to tell us what you saw.
Oh yeah, we could leave it right here.
Yeah, we
make
could leave it.
make a persuasion check
Yeah.
at
I agree with that.
disadvantage. 'cause
We
she
can just
is
leave it
not
for a
trying-
dragon.
And I mean it too.
Hi.
Yeah, I'll leave it here.
Wait, hold on. So, what can I use this for?
Advantage.
You can get advantage, so basically it would make it a straight roll if you want to do that. You cashing it in? Okay.
It's a good
Crack
roll.
knuckles.
Roll well.
Stretch.
Anyone know guidance?
Actually, I think
I
Obu
think
might
Obu
have-
does.
I don't think
Does Obu have
she
guidance?
does.
She does. Is it a cantrip?
Yeah.
Platinum.
All right, Obu would cast guidance on you, giving you
what's
what, a
it,
I don't know how it
D4.
works, but it's like I'm trying to.
She does every time she does it. She goes guidance.
Yes, she does.
As you're getting ready to, you're looking at this road, all of a sudden over up just right across.
You know what?
Before you propose.
I think the Eye of Sauron, but it's got like the eye drops from the 90s commercial.
I'm so nervous. Oh,
Now you have guidance, you get to add something to it.
I thought that was a natural one.
I did too.
Halfling's luck. No, I'm kidding. And persuasion?
Persuasion.
6.
Oh.
Should ask me. I guess I could.
Listen, you all are foolish to think that just sticking this on the cart and just trawling around the whole ice tundra here, isn't going to attract the attention of Ice Breath and bring you all to your doom.
We were going to leave it right here.
We're just asking you to share a vision.
We're trying to lure the dragon out so we can kill it. So it sounds like leaving it out here or throwing it on a wagon and dragging it around is exactly what we want to do.
Can you carry it back yourself?
If it's placed upon the cart,
Go ahead and
I
pick
can
it up.
carry it back myself.
Really?
Then
All
you go
but-
right
okay,
ahead.
so right now,
Show us.
okay, now hold on.
Touch it again.
Right now, it's not placed on the cart.
Orin steps in. He's like, whoa, wow, what is all this commotion? Why can't we just come to a conclusion?
Because she won't share anything.
Well, I feel like we all need to trust each other, and if we're just all starting to keep secrets in
I've
the
got an
frozen
idea.
waste, I don't trust that.
Orm, did he touch the stone yet?
Orin
No.
did not. He refused. He refused to touch the stone.
Okay, well, Orm, either you go touch the stone and you share your vision with us, or Amber needs to share her vision with us.
Why should I? I don't want to touch the stone.
Then
I
can I
don't
agree
want
with
to be
him,
thrown
but
about.
also
Then
don't want to
convince
be
your
thrown about.
partner over here to share their vision.
We are-
They
Dwarves
saw
don't
something.
get
We
tossed.
Don't like this.
The minute he said that, Coppin is going to grab him and throw him on the stone.
Don't do that.
No, we
No, it doesn't.
Megmore tries to stop
yeah,
you.
we need this to be consensual. We need them to.
Why do we always have to be correct? Sometimes it's just dwarf tossing time.
Because at the end of the day, he could still refuse.
Then we know we can't trust them.
Well,
Just
I'm
because
just
I
talking
just
about-
because I don't want to touch a stone.
I'm not saying that. You
I don't want to go flying. I just don't want to do
Well,
it.
What if we tie you to the
What if I
stone?
No.
land wrong and break my neck?
What if we tie
So-
you to the stone so you don't go
So
flying?
forget that. Hold on. Focus on me for a second. So you could either do that, or you can convince your partner to share their vision. We need the kind of trust out here that requires you. Oh, sorry, that enables you to kill a dragon. And keeping secrets in a vision is not one of those things.
Amron, will you just tell him what you saw?
We'll happily put the stone in your camp.
Amron looks. Why don't you touch the stone, Orin?
Oh, like my character will also.
So you guys are all
Sylvia's like,
I'm gonna make a roll for Amron.
And while they're doing that, Copic is slowly starting to move back around to that side where him and Begmore had chiseled into a crack. Mm-hmm. And is there sort of having their little argument? Just gonna stand back, put the plasma rifle away, take his sword out, and just standing back there.
Oh, you have your sword out and you're
Yep.
just standing back there.
Standing back there, just looking at that crack.
Oh, God.
Don't clip that, internet.
Looking at that crack.
with your big old sword.
2 hands on the great sword, baby.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful. The internet's gonna have a field day.
Yep.
Anyway, so you're doing that. Amron looks at Orin and says, Orin's like, touch the rock. Like scoffs a little bit and like walk. Does like this thing where he's pacing back and forth, talking to himself for a moment.
Or
It's like
you don't have to
So,
do it. Don't listen to her.
I'm gonna ask him. Don't you think it's weird that she wants you to go flying instead of just telling you? Isn't that weird?
Why is she putting
Why-
you
She's
through
just
it?
acting like herself.
Acting like herself?
Yes,
Well,
this is her. Always pressured me into doing stuff like that.
Then say no.
But we need to get this thing to safety, and if that's the only thing that'll get it to safety, then I'm gonna touch the rock. And he starts to walk over. He looks at everybody.
I'm gonna.
He takes his sleeve and goes.
I don't.
I'm
Looks
gonna
at
prepare-
you.
I'm
Looks
gonna-
at the rest of the
I do
party.
not feel
prepare to
comfortable
catch
with
him.
this.
You're prepared to catch him.
An action.
And he puts his hand on the
Oh.
rock, and you see him kind of go into this moment where like you guys all like went into like a little bit of a daze, and almost within like 3 seconds, like he goes
Big man.
flying back. You transformed into a big. Yeah, you catch him easily in that form. You don't even have to make a check. He falls into your hands, and he kind of. He looks up, and you're holding him in like the wedding.
And
the
then
wedding
I'll-
pose.
I'll do this.
Why are you holding me like this?
I was like, it was either that or you would get tossed, and you said dwarfs don't get tossed, and then I set him down,
Dwarfs get caught.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
brother to brother.
I know what you mean now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you see?
Are
That's
you
the
trying
second.
to make me do that? Is that what you're trying to do?
Is that what you saw?
You two make a persuasion check. or one of you take advantage. Or it's up to you.
Right, you have
Right?
advantage.
Oh, 18
Eight.
plus, what was it? Persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh, 19.
Yes, I saw these.
Yes. Yes. It's real.
And then I'll just go to Amory. Was that so hard?
She just like glares at all of you. It's like, well, I mean, you did convince the dwarf to touch the rock. She kind of giggles a little bit. Oren's like, shut up.
Yeah,
I did it out of necessity. And he stands like this. We've got to protect this stone.
I made a friend and an enemy today. 2 friends, actually. Sorry.
It's been a successful session for you.
And you became the leader of an entire tribe.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that.
Yeah, no.
We'll know soon enough.
But he looks at all of you and he says, this stone is incredibly powerful and complex. And it seems that someone else has their eyes on it. We must... we must protect it at all costs.
This is that's what I meant about. It's what we all meant about. Do you all have the ability to protect against that? Now that was just a dream. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, maybe it was a dream.
I'll be 100%
but,
honest
yeah.
and say that it's unclear whether we do, but I'm confident in myself and our abilities. But
It erased her brain.
it did what?
What? Oh, yeah.
It erased your mind.
How are you even standing here?
That was a really bad time.
Wait, hold on.
You're
didn't-
standing here without a brain?
Is it a dog?
She got it back.
I don't really know what.
It was around the same time that her cousin died, but then he
Yeah.
got
All of a sudden, like, your cousin died and got better. I lost my brain. I have it back.
puppies inside of people's beds.
So if you had no memory, could Sylvia, is that her name? The other turtle?
Yeah.
Is it
Yes,
Sylvia?
Sylvia's hearing all this
So
for
it
the
says
first
like,
time. It's like-
could
She's like,
something have happened to Sylvia?
Unless mind flayers have been here, we don't know if they've been here or not.
Could they maybe have left a giant rock and left?
Came from the sky.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was an accident. I don't think they'd willingly give that up.
It's something they are looking for, so they have not been here yet, as far as we know. As far as
Well, they would have had to have been here once to have it fall here.
from
But they visited you once, apparently. I mean,
No, we broke into
know-
their house.
their house. What?
Yeah, we went down some tracks and found their house. That's where I found this cool.
Were you by the
movie
dog
thing.
kennel as well? Is that why you found the brain dog
Yeah, the brain dogs were outside the house.
outside the house?
Huh.
Were
with
they?
his 9 wives.
What?
Oh yeah, you have 9 wives.
Yeah,
Since you just
yes.
totally left in the desert.
Yes, because they didn't want to get on a boat with me. And they didn't speak common.
Yeah, they couldn't communicate with anybody.
How many like are you? You know, I thought I was a sailor, but you have 9 wives just on a island somewhere.
They're like Gerudo women.
It's complicated.
Just 9 desert sand ladies.
Oh, okay, so
can't
you broke into someone's house and
Married 9 wives.
Underground with a ship.
it was a ship.
Yeah, underground.
Was it a house or a ship?
It was a ship.
I thought it was a house.
You weren't paying attention. It was a.
It had rooms and halls and doors.
So
I mean,
Yeah, that was the first time, so that was.
right.
Either way, that's where I
But
got
that's
this
where we
one
killed the
movie.
dragon.
the first one.
Yeah.
No.
No, the second one.
That's the second time.
That's the second one.
We're
we
talking
did
about
kill
the first
the
time.
green dragon. We did kill.
So
No,
someone
you,
we
didn't.
did
You
not.
convinced him to leave.
Yes.
so someone just had a dragon on their ship.
This is dragon number 3.
No, it was next to their ship.
I thought this was dragon number 3.
Ice dragon is.
Ice
number
dragon.
3.
Yeah. Okay. So,
We
but
got green dragon that we said goodbye.
you have ship dragon.
Ship dragon, which was lightning dragon, we killed.
I'm like looking over at Amron and Oren, like, so
Yeah,
you
this
have
is the
you-
first time I'm hearing all this as well.
So-
other than they killed a dragon. That's all I knew.
So dragon number 2, electric boogaloo, secret of the
It
ooze.
was electric.
Yeah.
It was
wrote it.
Shocking.
next to underground of the houseboat, the pontoon
The hope.
of the Squidman's. The Squidman's pontoon was in the sand, and then the lightning dragon made its house next to it, and they were trying to use it.
The
Squidman's wanted-
Squidman was trying to use the dragon.
Yeah, more than one Squidman's.
Mm.
And then they also sent out brain dogs to brain dog people to help them with the dragon.
So they have been here.
Not here. That
Not
was
here.
on
Well, I
That was
mean,
there.
I'm the
the world.
Earth.
Yeah.
The
they
world.
are, yeah. But not here. We don't know.
But we just don't know.
They're here, not here. There. Everyone else really confused at this point.
Yes. Want me
Okay.
to draw you a picture?
Oh, wait a minute.
You know what?
How many
It can be of
scarves
anything
does
for
Obu
sure.
have?
She has a lot because
We could take
I think
all
Bailey
of her scarves.
Bailey bought a lot of scarves for her. So
And
Like,
wrap them around the thing.
Also, I am shocked we've not suggested that she touch it yet because I feel like she would have been first in line.
oh,
Well, maybe second.
yeah. I'm just trying not to I don't
Yeah,
want to like
make
our
stuff up
people
for her.
make something happen for
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
when if she isn't here to make the
That'll be
decision,
next
So yeah.
Okay, so
What if we wrap it in scarves? Maybe it won't happen. When I touched it with the rock, it didn't zap me.
do we have like extra like wood to like prop it up and then like back the cart up?
I mean, I have a couple of balls, but how do we lift it up to get them all underneath it?
I mean, so do I, but what does that have to do with anything?
There's maybe some.
There's that tree you fell into.
There's
How
some
about
rocks
you knock
around.
that over?
Yeah,
There's rocks about and
Trees.
trees. Yeah.
How
about that tree you went
I want to try to rip that tree
Egyptian
out.
style. You
Yeah.
roll it onto the log. and
Yeah,
then
make an
roll
make an athletics check. Are you gonna try? Are you going big to? Okay.
Well,
You're still-
I'm gonna save just in case we come across anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this one.
Just the medium, the first big.
Yeah.
The average more.
So I can easily lift 1,260 pounds.
Okay, make it with advantage. Your athletics check.
15.
15 is enough. Yeah, you kind of uproot this tree. I mean, it's not the most massive tree, but it's big enough that you think you could be able to use it for something like that. Yeah.
And I'll like try to get it under the rock.
Okay.
If you could so if the rope, I'm gonna get blasted. No, if the rope's like tied around here, if you can like pull it back, yeah. If you could pull the rope back, and I could put the tree under,
Okay.
and
Should be able to
then
do that.
the rope can go on the other side, and then you can pull over the tree on the log.
Do that, throw it over one end and sort of try to get to come up just good enough to.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys are doing this is a great plan. You guys are able to kind of pull it back without like touching it or whatever to cause any of those effects. You don't need to make any rules for this because it's a well thought out way of doing it. You guys get the rock placed upon the cart. You guys all like kind of work together to get it strapped there, so it's stationary and it doesn't kind of budge. And you all kind of have this like confidence about you. You were able to get this thing into the cart without causing much of a fuss or a problem, and didn't break it in the process. And I think that's a good time for us to end this episode of Dirty 20.
Yay!
Well done, team. Great job.
We're alive!
You're alive.
For now.
So far.
So far. Those of you that have dice, I'll let you keep them for next time, so make sure you write that down. Just as a reminder, we will not be having a Dirty 20 stream session next month, so we'll be taking July off, and we'll be back on the second Saturday of August. So make sure you guys mark your calendars online to come check out what's going to happen. Hopefully we got our Obu back, so that way we can get her ingrained in the story, and I'll make sure that she gets to see
Touch
what.
a rock.
Can't wait.
But it's-
She'll be very upset she missed Yuga.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She still has you.
Now you just have to pretend like we've never heard of Yuka.
Oh my God, yes.
Yuga.
Yes.
You had Sylvia this whole time. It's
What are you talking
it's always
You're gonna hide
been
this.
Sylvia.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh yeah. The penguin is gone there.
I mean,
All
toss this
right.
over to you too, so I don't lose it on you.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it's Cinder.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We will be back soon. Until next time, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus and.
Not this weekend. Call your dad.
Call your dad.
Oh yeah, call your dad.
Yeah.